Alright, let's go live. Let's do it. So, start the recording now. And I don't like that lorry, so I'll be getting another one soon. But first of all, let's do a new story. So, first of all, content. So, we're going to do some content. Because of content, we've got a content alert. So, click. I think it's that. No, it's in that folder there. Right, so you ready? I got content drop. Do you like that? I like that. I certainly did. Oh yeah. Well, you can listen back to it again. That's the content drop. What's that? We got content. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got content. So, I've got some other ones as well. Let's try the news flash. Let's see, what is news flash? Yeah, news flash. All right. So what's the news? You know what would be really good if I did. So let's pretend we're going to do that all again. So I'm gonna load up the news story and I'm gonna read it out once I've done that thing. So you'll see it in a bit. Right. So let's do this. And if you're going like, oh, but I missed it, not to worry. You can just rewind and listen to the beginning. So, newsflash. Right. Artist sells absolutely nothing for $18,300. Are you as excited about this as I am? Well, if you're not, let's play that clip again. Come on. Oh yeah. An invisible sculpture consisting of absolutely nothing whatsoever is sold for a ridiculous price at auction. Modern art can sometimes be a contentious subject, with everything from piles of rubbish to mundane objects selling for a whopping great sums simply because such pieces have been defined as art. Sardinia-born artist Salvatore Garau, who definitely isn't working for the mafia, not at all, has now taken things one step further, perhaps as far as it is possible to go, by presenting and selling an invisible sculpture at auction entitled I Am. The piece, which fills an area of totally empty space measuring 150 by 150 centimetres. But Hobbit, how can it occupy a space 1.5 square metres when it's nothing? It's literally nothing at all, with the only physical component being the owner's certificate of authenticity. And the price for this absolutely nothing whatsoever, $18,300 for an absolutely nothing. I think that deserves another drop. So let's do another drop. Oh, how spooky is that? $18,300. In a world where a banana taped to wall can sell for $120,000? I thought that was a prank. I thought someone went to a modern art exhibit thing and they just like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. It's not entirely surprising. And then Salvatore goes, the successful outcome of the auction testifies to an irrefutable fact. People are fucking stupid. But also, money needs to be laundered, and now you can do this. And Don Giovanni, he said, hey, Salvatore, you'll make me art sculpture that I can auction off for lots of money. And then I can, launder my money and make it legitimate. So... oh no, he didn't say that actually. He says, the successful outcome of the auction testifies to an irrefutable fact. The void is nothing but a space full of energy, and even if we emptied it and nothing remains, according to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, that nothingness has a weight, said Garau. It therefore has energy that condenses and transforms itself into particles, in short, us. Well, no, not really, because that nothing is different from me, which is something. At least the new owner of the piece won't have to worry about anyone stealing it. So, just a reminder, if you missed out the meaning of the story, we had the news flash drop. Which you can hear in its entirety at the beginning of the story. Oh yeah. So, now that I've done all the news, let's get to lorry driving. So let's just drive some lorries. And it's 7 o'clock. Nobody's here. I assume they're all in the garden, outdoors, having a drink, having a smoke, which is where I was earlier on today. I was having some rum with, let's just say rum and coke, because that's easier to say than, oh, actually, no, it's the soft drink from Malta, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, I was drinking, and having some ice cubes and enjoying it. So, first of all, I want a new lorry because I don't like this one. So let's go and buy a lorry. I think I'd do that one. Click. And then do truck dealers. Yep. And then I want a new Renault. Let's try a Renault. A Renault. I want to buy that one. Okay, buy online. So I'm going to buy a truck. So I hope you enjoyed the one story. That's all I felt like doing this week because, let's face it, don't want too many stories at once because... So there's a Renault Renault Magnum Excellence, Renault Premium. I think it's the Renault T. That's the new one, isn't it? Because I've already done a Renault Magnum and a Renault Premium. I'm sure I've done... So it is. That's the new Renault. So what is it that I'm driving here? What is it? It is Renault Premium. No, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, interesting. All right, let's actually purchase the new Renault truck. They have made a new... This is an interesting thing. So Renault have released a new lorry. I assume... In fact, I could double check, couldn't I? Just if I can alt tab out the game briefly and go to let's go to the blurb about it there, and let's see. Brand new DAF XG and XG Plus are here. Okay, that's cool. I'll definitely do that. Renault Truck Evolution Design Community Vote. Renault Trucks Evolution. So, what is the new truck? If I just click on this, Renault Trucks Evolution, what does it say? The new blah blah blah. You can win a steering wheel. Yeah. And doesn't actually tell me what the new truck's called. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and buy it. I'm going to go ahead and buy the truck. And if I don't like it, that's okay, because there's a new DAF as well. So there is a Renault T. So that's not new then. So Renault T, Renault Magnum, and then I assume it's Renault Premium. N'est-ce pas? Right. So, see if you're French, that's what you do a lot. So purchase a truck. And I want a Renault. So I get a Renault from here. Buy it online. And so it's premium. So it's not the T. It's a premium. Okay. So customize. Let's customize this. So first of all, high roof. Yeah. I want a 4x2. In fact, that 4x2 doesn't have much of a fuel tank. So if I do a 6x2, less. 6x... Tag lift? No. Mid lift. I like mid lift more than the other one. Let's go with tag lift. Or you can just do that. I don't understand why that's the more expensive option, because, like, the tag lift is the same as the 6x4, except you've got the option that you can raise and lower the rear axle. Yet, for some reason, the 6x4 is the more expensive option. How bizarre. Well, anyway, we'll go with the tag lift on this one. Normally I go with mid lift, so... With the 460 horsepower engine, that's a bit underpowered compared to the other ones. So you know what? I'm going to go by 4x2. We're just going to pretend it's a long range cruiser. And how many? What? Does it tell me? It doesn't tell me what size the fuel tanks are. Well, that's a bit annoying. But anyway, We'll have a 16-speed gearbox. Yeah, okay, let's have that. That's going to be automatic, so it won't matter. So it is 7:30. Nobody else is here. I assume they're all having a good time. This doesn't look like a new lorry. Where's the sat-nav? You know, I don't think this is new. I don't think it's new. I don't think this is a new lorry. I think this is just an old one. Anyway, we'll use our custom colours. And then, might as well customise it whilst I'm here. I'm sure you'll be enjoying this bit. So yeah, if you missed it, I began today's show with a news story about an artist selling absolutely nothing for $18,300. And if you'd like to hear more about that, just rewind the show. Yep. And yeah, it was really interesting. It was great. And that's it for news. I mean, unless somebody else wants to come in and say something, but I'm good. Apart from that, what have I been doing today? I've been doing a fair bit today. I made a cherry pie. That was good. I put some almond flour in it. That was nice. Just used some puff pastry on top. I read some various recipes about making cherry pies, both French, English, and American. And it seems the consensus is that you use cornstarch with the cherries, I assume to soak up the juices? I guess that's why you do it. So I had cornstarch and I did that, put some sugar with it, put some gelatin, which none of the recipes called for, but I've done it. And I have, in addition to all these things that I've just said, put almond in. Yeah, so I made myself a perfectly reasonable cherry pie, and it was very nice. And I put some sugar on the puff pastry as well, so it's got a nice crunchy top. Oh, that's nice. You can have a side horn. Cool, very cool. So yeah, God, it's been hot today. I've been out in the garden. My breakfast consisted of a pound of sausages with some bread. And I'm going to call this one Baginette. And I'm going to call this one, I'm going to call it I can't put that in it. No, that won't work. So what can I put? Frites. There we go. Now people know it's a French guy because you got frites and you got le baginet. I'm probably mispronouncing it. It was just strange seeing as I just watched somebody. If you're wondering what I'm on about, apple fritter. You make a batter much like we would with a donut. You put Monsieur Biberam in the middle, and then you slice your apples, put it in the batter, and then you fry it like you would a donut. Except if you do it in French, le baginet. Oh, that sounds very la-di-da, very sacre bleu, doesn't it? Yeah. So let's change the steering wheel. Oh yeah, exclusive. See, exclusive. I don't like the spinny thing, so I don't do that. Let's have a air freshener. I can't. No option for a sat nav. Oh, I suppose I could do that. There we go. Yeah, and got those. Of course, I'm going to have some dashboard accessories. I mean, what would it be without that? We have our magneto-inductive compass. We'll have our handmade leather wallet and our pilot sunglasses. We're going to have an electric calling box in there. I can't have Darth Vader because I don't have that mod anymore, because they keep updating all of the stuff so often that, oh yeah, Scott Flame Pillar, that's it. Yeah, let people know that I'm actually, I quite like that. Okay, so can I put a CB radio in there? No CB radio. CB radio is the is one of the mods. Yeah. So if you're wondering where everyone else is, your guess is as good as mine. I'm guessing they're out in the garden having a good time. Did the clocks go forward or back? I mean, it says 7 o'clock on my clock, so I assume this is the time of the Sunday show, and that is why I've called it. What have I called this episode? It's episode 129, that's it. And it's going to be the On the Road Spectacular, and the idea was going to be that I'll drive along and people would have a natter and we'd all have a good old laugh because, we all enjoy... oh yeah, that's one of those Cyclops mirrors. And I don't have any stickers on the windscreen because that's just very silly. Right, so confirm that. Purchase. And that's going to go into... no, there's people there. Nobody's there. Right, so I'll put it in that one there. Calvi. And that is part of France. This island here, France. This island here, Italy. Right, so I want to drive that new lorry. Although I don't think it's a very good one, but that's besides the point. I want to drive it. I've just bought it. I've just spent €250,000 on it. I want to drive it. So, driver manager. Here's me. Yeah, that's my representation in the game. And L'Île Russe, the Russian island? I don't ask. Anyway, so now I'm there. Let's do a job. Let's do a job. So we'll do a job, and we'll just talk about whatever comes to our mind. So I can do a yacht all the way to Liga. I don't want to do a yacht all the way from there to there. No, thank you. I don't. No. Give me something short. Oh, yeah, that's a nice and short journey. So let's just do that then. Let's deliver a yacht. And for whatever reason, this bloke's like, yeah, I'm not going to drive it around the island. Can you just, just do that? And then, parking brakes engaged. Oh, wow, you're coming through nice and clear. I assume that's Hemi. I could hear your bottle opener thing working.
Yeah. My famous under-desk bottle opener.
Yeah, so my guess is as good as yours. Where is everybody? I assume they're out in the garden enjoying the sun.
Yeah, we just had barbecue for dinner.
Very nice, very nice.
Burger, sausage, some of those belly porks from Lidl.
Oh yeah, I find those quite difficult to cook.
$2.50 for a pack.
I mean,
don't know, that gas barbecue's fucking beautiful. Just fucking hammers through everything.
Oh, lovely. Right, so at the beginning
got some nice flames from the dripping animal fat. Anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say you with all the belly pork, you're gonna have a lot of that.
Well, I find the burgers and well, actually, it was the sausages tonight we're giving off the most flame.
Yeah, interesting. That isn't. Oh yeah, because. Like, with the belly pork, the fat is sort of or contained, whereas in sausages and the other one, the burgers...
Kind of melts, doesn't it?
Yeah, because, like, the fat's been rendered a bit. So let's just go out. I must admit, the engine tone of this lorry is better than the previous one, so that's good.
We're driving a Renault.
Yeah, I'm driving a Renault Premium.
Where's Flossie? Flossie, where are you? Where are you, big faggot? We know you're out there somewhere.
I was just... I didn't send her a message. I meant to, saying, hey, Flossie, I want to tell you a story about apricot jam, but... okay, there's a tram coming, so let's just...
Actually, I heard quite an amusing story about a rabbit that the missus relayed to me.
Oh, yeah.
She was doing some work out the back of her unit where she works, and and she saw a rat, so she came in to tell the boss, but she saw one of the women that works there that doesn't like rats. She said, I've just seen her. And her mate said, don't you say it's a rat. She said, I've seen a baby rabbit.
Yeah. Oh dear. So I've done the one story today. If you want to rewind, you can listen to it. You can even hear the drops which I've used. That's for the audience's sake, not yours, because as you know, the relaying sound to Discord is
No,
It's
you
a
know
bit
what?
of a-
If you got drunk and sucked up to Charlie Big Potatoes, you'd have more viewers.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, the thing is, I'm not really doing an entertainment show for GCHQ or Great Manchester Police's benefit. This is like a show for the benefit of my internet friends. Oh, is he going to say coon in this episode? I may very well do it. You never know. You never know. But the main thing is,
I'm on shandy tonight. I didn't quite fancy full strength beer.
I had a shandy yesterday, but I've been having the rum and cokes today.
Oh, nice. What rum are you drinking? Captain Morgan's, I hope.
Yes, I can't believe it's not Captain Morgan's. Aldi Old...
You on I can't believe it's not Captain Morgan's.
Yeah, Aldi Old Hop King, as they call it, spiced rum.
What's it called? I can't remember. I saw it the other day.
Old Hop King. I don't know.
I thought I saw one.
Why
I saw one that was very close to Captain Morgan the other day.
Yes, Aldi's. I can't believe it's not Captain Morgan's. Is called Old Hopkins.
I'm thinking of
spiced rum.
Lidl's. I can't believe it's not Captain Morgan's. I
Oh,
don't really
yeah.
go in Aldi.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
prefer Lidl, to be honest.
I do like Lidl. They got a nice bakery section. They got a lot of chilled meats, but Aldi's better for some things.
Their meat's brilliant. Yesterday I had another barbecue. But the frying steaks are quite nice because they're nice and quick to cook, aren't they?
Well, normal steaks are quick to cook. That's the Borat's Pizza. Just passing that. Well, that's nice. A sign for here I am in the Isle of Corsica, and there's a sign for Borat's Pizza.
You're off to find Napoleon, are you?
Well, I'll probably be driving past.
I was a big fan of Napoleon, you know.
I'm just driving past Napoleon's residence, which is probably depicted in game.
What do we know about Napoleon then, Hobbit? I don't know. I'm sure.
He's Corsican.
Sure, although that could have been a lie.
Well, I've been to the Waxworks Museum in Paris, which is like Madame Tussauds, but not. And Napoleon.
I've been when I was a child. I've been to the Wax Museum in Great Yarmouth. Do you remember the famous Wax Museum in Great Yarmouth, Hobbit?
I didn't even know they had a wax museum in Great Yarmouth.
Oh, it's famous for being really, really fucking bad. I went there when I was a kid. It's I can't believe it's not. I think it actually is Madame Tussauds, but it's it's closed now. But it's world renowned for having like the worst waxworks.
I was going to say, is it where Madame Tussauds sends the interns to have a go?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, maybe somebody in the chat, all four of you, can tell me the waxworks I'm thinking of in Paris. But they've got waxworks of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The original Madame Tussauds, wasn't it?
I don't know, but they've got a Arnold Schwarzenegger in there, Napoleon, that bloke from Leon. He's got a name. He's French. Jean Reno. That's it. And I got
the Musée Gravin. I'm probably not saying that right, am I?
The Musée Gravin, yeah, the Graven Image Museum. It could be what it's.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
In Paris, France. Is that the one you went to?
Yeah, that's the one. And so Napoleon, if I remember correctly, not as short as what I thought he was. I want to say taller than Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's not very tall. As in, I said to the guy, I said, these are like lifelike, one-to-one representation.
Did you know someone's actually done a book called The Corpse in the Waxworks, a Paris mystery by John Dickinson Carr? Last night, Mademoiselle Duchesne was seen heading into the Gallery of Horrors at the Musée Augustin Waxworks alive. Today, she was found in the Seine, murdered. The museum's proprietor, long perturbed by the unnatural vitality of his figures, claims he saw one of them following the victim into the dark. A lead that Henri Bencolin, head of the Paris police and expert of the impossible crimes, cannot possibly resist.
That guy's trying to overtake me, but at the same time he keeps pulling back. I'm just like, mate.
Apparently that was first published in 1932, Hobbit.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, suffice to say, Napoleon's not as short as they make him out to be, and Schwarzenegger shorter than what I thought he would be in real life. But, yeah.
Byray says Napoleon was a giant amongst Frenchmen.
What? Are you seeing things in the chat?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the... Oh, hang on. Let me just pause the game.
Your chat not moving. I do get it occasionally.
So I'm on top chat. What if I change it to live chat? Oh, there we go. There's every. So top chat was showing nothing. How bizarre. Sorry about that, chat. I wasn't deliberate.
I'm on top chat. I do need to put it onto live chat though.
Yeah, I'm putting on live chat now. There we go. So, did you ever visit Napoleon?
Louis Two Swords. Is there a Louis Two Swords in Paris?
Honestly, all I know is it's the museum which had Napoleon, Jean Reno, and Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. So
I think the Grevin is the only one they talk about.
yeah. Also, here's the thing, right? So,
how about this one then? The forerunner of Two Swords' Chamber of Horrors was the Caverne des Grands Voleurs, the cavern of the Great Thieves, which had been found by Dr. Philippe Curtius.
I gotta stop you there. Thief is voleur, and it's strange because it sounds similar to violate, but it's not, because that's violer. And instead of saying you know what, we're 20 minutes in, instead of saying rape, they say violated.
Violated.
I remember because I was watching Fresh Off the Boat, New Frenchman, and he'd like done a load of violations across Paris, and there's like all these female victims, and I was like, what are they talking about? Oh, hang on, yeah, I think I know what sort of violations he was doing. Yeah.
Blimey, this sounds quite good. This old place does. The chamber. Oh, so the Chamber of the Horrors was the original exhibition at Madame Two Swords. So the 1886 exhibits when they opened was Birkenhair. You know who they are, don't you?
Birkenhair.
The Scottish grave robbers.
Oh, it does ring a bell. Yeah, it does.
What's his name? Simon Pegg played him in the film. I watched Hot Fuzz yesterday.
Oh, what did you think of it?
That's my favourite of the Cornetto trilogy.
Oh, because I do like Shaun of the Dead, but Hot Fuzz is very... I like it when they're having the secret Illuminati meeting and there's like for the greater good. Oh, and by the way, Mrs. Smith's dog has just had puppies, so she's looking for a good home. She's had a litter of 6. Oh, yeah. For the greater good.
Bushy beard.
Yeah, it's a good film, though.
I do enjoy it very. I think it's the best of the Cornetto trilogy.
Oh, so what's the third film? The Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and
World's End.
Oh yeah. I watched it and I was like, I don't know. I keep thinking
that's
like
vanilla, isn't it? Hot Fuzz is vanilla, isn't it? Whatever the blue one is.
What? They're different flavours of Cornetto?
Yes, because they have a different Cornetto in each one.
Oh, I see. And then there's strawberry. I assume that would be Shaun of the Dead. Hey, look, there's Borat's Pizza again. Disponible 7 sur 7 jours.
I'll see if I can actually find out.
And that's 26 Rue Léopold Bellin, which is not a bell end.
I think the World's End is mint.
Okay, yeah. Do you ever get a feeling with those films of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, like Simon Pegg is almost like his job centre advisor, and Nick Frost is usually on benefits, but occasionally someone's like, shall we do a movie together? It's like, oh, I don't know, it's a lot of work. You like your benefits? Yeah. You're doing this movie? Oh, okay.
Can you believe in the Wikipedia they call it the Cornetto trilogy? They say there's a Cornetto in each one, but they don't tell you what flavour of Cornetto is in each one.
You'd think, like, surely somebody could watch all 3 films and then say, in this film, Nick Frost was seen eating a strawberry Cornetto. In this one, he was seen eating a plain Cornetto. In this one, he was seen eating a chocolate chip mint Cornetto.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the third one is mint. I know the second one's blue, which I think is vanilla.
Do Cornettos come with a flake?
The first one must be strawberry then.
Did the Cornettos come with a flake, or is that like, you know when you see like an ice cream van and...
It's a cornet, Hobbit, not a Cornetto.
Ah, I see. Because in Aldi they were doing...
A Cornetto is a pre-packaged ice cream, and ice cream cone, isn't it?
I see. Because when I was going to Aldi, they got I Can't Believe It's Not Cornetto, and each one had a flake inside them. And it also had like some decent packaging, so like, it had a plastic dome on the top, so the flake doesn't break. So
if you are looking for when the Cornettos appear, so the Cornetto in Shaun of the Dead is when he goes to the shop. So he goes to the shop and buys it for Ed as a hangover cure.
Yes. Which is a bit of a
So in the
strange
second
hangover
one,
cure.
they buy it from the shop. Yeah, so in Hot Fuzz, they buy it from the shop.
There's
And then the third one, they don't actually buy a cornetto, but you see a cornetto wrapper. I think it blows by and gets stuck to a fence.
Have you ever like had something sweet for a hangover? Because I want something savoury, usually bacon, if I've got a hangover.
Yeah, I think if I'm hungover, I usually go for something really like awful, like a McDonald's breakfast or something like that.
Or I think what you're trying to like purge it.
Oh, he's found it. Ray's found it. We are right. I think it's strawberry for Shaun of the Dead.
Okay, that makes sense because strawberry's red, yeah.
Classico, which I think is basically vanilla, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
it's Hot Fuzz. And the World's End is mint. So the only one I didn't actually know for sure was Shaun of the Dead, but I did guess it correctly.
Very good, very good. Yeah, but I guessed that one too. So we both get points.
Yeah.
So where's everybody else then?
Oh God, Ian A says try Biscoff cornettos.
I don't really like now here's the thing, I don't know why, but for whatever reason when they were trying to market the speculoos in England, they're like, you can't call it speculoos, you have to call it Biscoff. Why? Because it's a bit like when there was like doing that thing with Star Wars and they were asking the kids what it should be called and they were saying Secret Space Wars, or there was like a...
Oh no, you're thinking about Secret Wars. They polled the kids and asked them what the two favourite
words
were, and it was Secret Wars.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it, not Star Wars. And it's like, you know what, occasionally these marketing decisions, like, here's the thing, chat. If you're familiar with the spiced biscuit from Belgium, which is called Biscoff in this country and Speculoos here, would you say no to a Speculoos? Or would you be like, no, I would only ever have it if it's called Biscoff? Biscoff sounds stupid to me. I mean, it's like, what is that? That's not Italian. It's not French. It's not Spanish. It's definitely not Belgian. No one calls it Biscoff there. That must be so confusing when you go over and you see, like, Speculoos there, and then you go, hang on, these are called Speculoos, but we call them Biscoff. There's no need for that sort of thing. I don't like that. That is annoying. I don't particularly like the biscuit either, so I don't know why I'm getting
Here's
sensitive.
Phil. Phil, have you been killed by Charlie Big Potato's minions yet?
No, it's weird. He's got my address and everything, and no one's turned up. Weird.
Out of curiosity, Phil, post-hangover, would you have something sweet like a cornetto, or do you want something savoury?
Savoury. I have savoury stuff. I have, I had cheese on oatcakes. That's what I had.
Cheese on... What, are you vegetarian?
Oh, you dickhead. Cheese oatcakes, it's just nice. I'm from Stoke, aren't I? So...
Well,
that's what
yeah.
we do.
Yeah, that's a Stokey thing, isn't it?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, okay, but I mean, so if like you're absolutely hungover and I made you a bacon butty, would you be like, no thanks, please?
Well,
yeah.
fuck off, I'd murder that,
Yeah.
I generally eat everything though when I'm hungover. I obviously, because I like smackheads, I get a Nutri-Milk.
Headlight usage offence. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 5 minutes to 9 and I haven't got my headlights on. Oh, I do apologise, Mr. Police Officer, sir.
I have Nutri-Milk, energy drinks,
Yeah.
energy drinks, bacon.
Is
Just eat
Nutri-Milk
loads of
like
shit.
the opposite of Slim Fast? You drink it when you want to gain weight?
Nutri-Milk has got everything in it. It's got like 20 grams of
That
protein.
one in a can.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's what
You get
smackheads have.
chocolate, strawberry, and banana, is it?
Yeah, they give them smackheads. That's what smackheads live on, and it's really productive as well because makes sense because it's got every fucking nutrient. If you look in Nutri-Milk, it's got fucking everything in it.
One
Absolutely
moment,
everything.
So,
If you're a smackhead, you can have just 3 of them a day and you'll be alright. You don't need real food.
Nordic needs to drink a few of them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
what, you saying his missus doesn't feed him enough?
No, he just needs to put on a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's
just
a bit on the skinny side, doesn't he?
he is very skinny, yeah. Which is,
See, the Chad smackheads that have a problem with. You fucking.
What do you say? My ears started popping down.
Said you need to put a bit of weight on, lad. You're a bit too skinny to be in the 37, mate.
You need to have the anti-slim fast, Nutri-Fast.
That's right. I'll give you a dig in the arm when I come up, and we'll see about that. All right, Henry. Bang.
Just fucking ground and pound you, mate. Don't worry about it.
There is a no. If we're talking about hangover food, there is this tech website called theregister.co.uk, and they have a section in it called post pub nosh, and they were talking about like the various sort of like bacon butties that you get across the world. And I've got to admit, the Spanish breakfast sounded quite good. It was like potatoes, bacon, eggs, and cheese, and I'm like, yeah, I'd have that. Yep, I'd eat that any day. That's lovely. Yep. I'll have that.
That sounds quite nice.
So
don't eat anyway. Eating's for pussies. If you eat, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah,
you're a breatharian.
You need to do a 120-hour fast, and that way you can. When you do a 120-hour fast, your body will go into autophagy, and it'll eat all those spike proteins that you get from the vaccine. So yeah, so that's what you do. You get the vaccine, then you go on the 120-hour fast, and you'll be all right. It's healthy. It's good for you.
Just have all the vaccines. Just like, come on, bring it on, motherfucker.
All of them. Megadose.
I was thinking of doing a 24-hour fast this weekend, but I woke up really hungry at 8 in the morning, and I cooked like a pound of sausages, and I just hollowed out a loaf of bread, which I've made myself. Very proud of that. And
bread. If you were a bird, Albert, you'd be meant you one.
Yeah, I know. I've got the tits for a bird. And I do have wobbly chippy tits, I confess. But so I had 4 sausages, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good actually. And I had the Polish paprika ketchup with it, and then I thought, I'm still hungry, so I ate the rest of it, and I didn't eat all the bread, mind you, and I just thought, I've just eaten an entire pound of sausages, and I don't feel sick, and I don't feel greasy. And I was like, yeah, because what did you eat yesterday? Well, you had some olives and some ham and a shandy, but that was it. That's not enough food. Oh, hang on, I did have 2 burgers as well, but yeah, that's not enough food. Well, clearly not, because I woke up hungry. So yeah.
I fast myself on the night before gym day. I'll fast myself until I get out of the gym.
Just eat. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't even care if I'm thin or fat or whatever. Fuck it. Who gives a shit?
I found when I was going to the gym, because I've done it before, where I'd not eat before, and then I'd be like really tired, and then I'd go to the gym and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a coffee and eat a donut, and then I'll be like really good and quite just rack through. Instead of doing like 20 minutes rowing, it's like, no, do 2 kilometers rowing. Okay, I've done that. Oh, I fancy doing another kilometre. Well, maybe I'll do that after some lifting. And yeah.
Right. I'll have a coffee before I go to the gym, because coffee's really good for gaining muscle. It activates your lipids, which help with muscle.
I heard
muscle
eating
growth.
steak and eggs is good for gaining muscle as well. It's got proteins in it and amino acids and electrolytes. It's what
The
plants
good old
crave.
day.
Yeah.
Cracking 8 fucking large eggs into a measuring jug, putting some milk in there and swallowing the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like poached eggs, but I gotta admit, I do like raw eggs if it's in cake batter. I was.
Well, it's a bodybuilding technique used to be like put a load of raw eggs into a measuring jug, put some milk in there and drink it.
I mean, to me, there's just like, yeah, but you could poach those eggs and it wouldn't take much effort, and poached eggs are really nice. And raw egg on its own is only good if you mix it with flour, sugar, and butter.
Well, the idea is of it, when you cook it, you kill off some of the protein. They're trying to get as much protein as they can.
Yeah, you know, it's like.
And it takes a while, whereas drinking it takes about 5 seconds.
But the thing is, with with proteins and food, if you cook the food, you make available nutrients which you wouldn't otherwise get, that you'd waste on digesting. I'm sure there's something about, like, when you cook food, you get more calories.
That is true, but cooking food takes time, and you got to think these people are cooking, like, they're having like 6 or 7 meals a day.
Yeah.
If you're cooking plus eating time, that's a large portion of your day taken up.
I mean, if I was doing that sort of thing, I'd just cook one large meal and then I'd heat it up when I was going to have another meal.
That's what some people do. They'll whole cook their meal prep for the week. They'll freeze it all and then they'll heat it up as they need it.
That must be quite an expensive hobby in a way, because you're like, okay, I need to buy a leg of beef, a leg of ham, I'll need to buy like 10 chickens.
Well, you're not, because you're buying it in bulk. If you buy the little bits of beef individually, you'll be paying more.
True.
Yeah, true.
Well, the other thing is like maybe with these things, I think probably the best way was if you say you're a navvy, and I'm gonna pull over here and have a nap.
Mention Biscoff and E&A's in.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I actually bought Biscoff today and someone put a fucking finger in it, so I threw it in a bin.
Speculoos.
Ah, no.
I should have checked me, but fucking trumps.
Waffle said raw eggs foul, and it's like, no, that's why you put the milk in there. You don't beat the eggs, you literally crack them into the measuring jug so that they're hot. Then you put like milk in, put like half a pint of milk in, and just put your head back and drink them.
Have you seen the typical diet a navvy would have? I mean, they'd eat being like 10 pounds of steak a day, and then like 150 sausages, 3 loaves of bread, 10 pints of beer.
What are you well in, Phil?
I was just saying, wow, it's Mr. fucking E&A, 3rd position on drama.
Yeah. Embrace the 3rd position.
I couldn't watch that stream. It was too quiet and there was too many background noises. Look, I'm gonna have to do a chippy tits here, E&A, and say that was terrible. You need better sound quality.
I just got bored, I was pissed up, and I was like, right, they're all being nice to each other. So I said, you got the hair of a negroid, Charlie. You get fucking...
Christ, I thought they was going to fight me.
He shit the bed when you said, come... He shit the bed when you come back, you said, come the fuck over and get me. He fucking shit himself and had to leave the stream, didn't he?
He said, oh, you're in Stoke, I've got lads in Stoke. I was like, oh, I'm fucking shitting myself. They're all mine. He's LARPing. Charlie Big Potatoes is LARPing as if he's some sort of made fucking man, like he's works for the fucking Colombo family or something.
But Phil, what you don't understand is he's Scouse, and therefore he's automatically hard because he's Scouse.
When I get to the van, is there going to be no tyres on the wheel? On the is that
I watched that documentary on Sky today. Was it the Liverpool Narcos or something? It's called about the drugs wars in Liverpool.
I said to him, I'll get a pocky rape gang on you. Got loads in Stoke.
I can imagine like Pablo Escobar wearing a tracksuit going, calm down then, I've got some quiet fucking sniff. Oh, this powder's great. Fucking, for you want to get, I got the connections, mate. That's what
I thought Toppy had some interesting points, particularly when he was going, you're bruising the back of my throat, stop it, Charlie.
Yeah, I
the back of my throat's getting bruised.
Do you think he's joining PA then?
Yes, he is.
He never left. He never left DNA. He's a fucking gay up.
Yeah, because I see Dopey Chris doing, you know what he did to Liam, like co-op video.
Stop it, mate! You're exploiting Choppy, mate. I know he's a fucking retard, but you're Stop fucking hurting Toppy.
By the way, Dopey Chris sent me a message on Telegram. It's all deleted now. I deleted loads of them earlier, but he fucking invited me on the show. I didn't respond. I think I just said fuck off. I was too pissed.
They did that to Goblinson after he took the piss out of their show.
I'm not coming on your show. I don't give a fuck. The problem is with this online nationalism shit. Everyone's obsessed with likes, clicks, and subscribers and all that bollocks, right? And I don't give a fuck about that.
Well,
No,
that's
it's teenage girl nationalism, isn't it?
it's a lot
like,
easier
oh,
than
get
digging a garden and raising up some chickens. Because, I mean, let's face it,
Guys, it's the most popular podcast, nationalist podcast on the internet. Make sure you like and subscribe.
D live anyway.
Listen, if I come on your show, I'm gonna give you shit, and it'll be the least popular shit. So I'm not. So at the end of the fuck your shows. Fuck Charlie Big Potatoes with his negroid haircut. Fuck Top Cat. He's a massive pussy. He acts like a big odd man, but when Charlie Big Potatoes turns up, his arse dropped. Like his arse dropped through the fucking floor.
Oh yeah, he slipped out the back door, didn't he? As soon as you started going, yeah, who gives a fuck?
His arse shitted. Who gives a fuck about these people? PA, whatever. Who gives a fuck? No one's doing anything. We're all fucked. It's
Nationalism's fucked. The whole of nationalism is fucked. It's absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
It's completely knackered, and it's not coming. And it's not going to be sorted out anytime fucking soon. Not while everyone goes, I know Mark's shit, and he's probably a fed, and he's fucking giving you details away. But why don't you just fucking join PA and do something, mate?
could I not? I mean, is that an option? How about I have an allotment, and it's an allotment where I can have chickens and rabbits, and you know, how about I make my own food? Because this is one of the things, like, any nationalist you talk to in these circles would be like, hey, do you like your food being made by these international corporations putting God knows what into them? I don't think you'll find any...
like Daisy says, where is it? She said, isn't this the same as those who joined our Telegram seriously thinking they can educate us and converting us?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, did you know the Miliband's are Jews? It's what they've come out with now, haven't they? Do you see that, Phil?
do you know what? Vaush actually made a good point on this, right? Vaush said, he's talking about the right wing, and he says, luckily, in the right wing, there's two sections. There's the people who are trying to be optics aware, who are like, don't fucking talk about the Jews. Let's just play it clean and fucking cool, and we'll get power. And he says, but luckily, there's a fucking subsection of them who have take the fucking clown pill or the Joker meme, and they can't help but fucking reveal their fucking power level to the general public. And the general public are repulsed by it.
You mean...
Because they just think fucking spurg online.
I was going to say, the people with Asperger's who have no social filters and just go, would you like to see my arsehole? I've got a tattoo on it.
It's like, hello, I'm a Nazi. It's like, fucking hell, you kept that fucking hidden, didn't you?
I'd have never guessed. Never had guessed unless you told me.
Never would.
Yeah, you did tell me. You did tell me, and you spoke about the Holocaust for 4 hours.
It's
Good
almost,
job, fucking brainiac.
They're almost as.
What's that meme? The one where are you ready for a 4-hour lecture on the Jews now? Yes, honey. Do you remember that?
Oh boy, am I ever! I'm so glad for that. Please tell me something I didn't know about them.
Sit down, kids. I'm going to tell you all about the Jews.
You get those people like Catboy Cameo and all that shit, and they make it bad for us. They make it bad for us because they're not getting anywhere. They're getting people arrested. It's... I don't care anymore. It's all over.
But what's the point in excusing Charlie? Literally, if there was a video of like Mark Collett butt fucking woes and it came out and it was there and it was obviously Collett, but Charlie would still go, you know, at least he's saving the white race. He may be fucking woes in the ass and he's got incurable fucking wash now, mate. But at least he's fucking doing something, mate. More than you are, mate.
Aye, it's what you fucking know.
Well, what exactly are they doing, Hemi? They're just tying British nationalism.
Yeah, but Hemi, if you took up from the ass and woes to save the right race, would you do it?
No, not woes.
So you want our race to die out then? You don't want to kick the ass.
I'd rather our race die out than me in agony.
I'm kind of that. It's really starting to wind me up. We've got to save the white race. Look, half the white race doesn't want to fucking save themselves. You dumb cunts.
But the white race also includes Chechens and people from Montenegro
and Charlie Big Potatoes Berber kids.
I just don't like them, Phil.
Bring my kids into this.
Yeah.
I'll fucking slit your throat. I'll slit your fucking throat, mate. I got a fucking Scouse accent. That means I'm hard, mate.
Met my friend Stanley.
Oh,
He won't do a couple of months for the movement, but he'll come over and do fucking 25 years for killing Phil. Yeah, because logic.
On the fucking run, he's a lying bastard. He's an 18 to 30 club rep that stayed in Spain after he finished. That's what happened, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, probably.
This is Charlie's life. I don't know. This isn't confirmed, but it is true based on me making shit up. But it is true. Right, he was a Scouser. He had no job to go into, no career or anything. And he was like, "Oh yeah, let's go to fucking Spain and I'll be an 18 to 30 club rep." He met his fit missus. He finished his fucking tour doing degenerate shit. Now he lives in Spain. Probably still does it, to be fair. And he's just LARPing as a fucking nationalist or whatever. That's what it is. He's not.
Look, you can tell the lockdowns hit him hard because he's on the internet 24/7, moaning about people who are on the internet 24/7, isn't he?
Yeah.
The best way of keeping the feds off your trail is by fucking being online all the time. Obviously, the police are unable to track people online. It's
you can't get extradited from Spain, Phil.
Yeah, well, you live in the 1970s, mate.
Yes, it's the 1970s, Phil.
Rise of the Foot Soldier, fucking Charlie edition.
He literally thinks. And the thing is with people in PA is that they actually believe Charlie's shit. They do. They think he's like some. Even Top Cat does. Top Cat thinks he's some sort of gangster or something.
I'm calling out. He's a PA. He's a National Action rat.
Oh yeah.
really?
Not even that. It's not even that. He's just some fucking.
I think he's a rat.
He's just someone who lives in.
Toppy's a low-level fucking informer. He just does it for fucking crack, doesn't he? Just does it for 20s.
Yeah, arse crack. Yeah.
Arse crack.
Don't take any of these people. All people do online is LARP.
Don't even take us seriously. Take nobody seriously.
Everyone's LARPing. Charlie Big Potatoes thinks he thinks he's in fucking Football Factory or what's it called, The Business.
Are you saying, Phil? Are you saying with my name of Hobbit that I'm LARPing? That this is somehow not like my life?
Yeah. I don't think you really are.
You've got hairy feet and everything.
Well, I do have hairy feet, but.
I don't believe you are a hobbit.
Even we're LARPing, because we're LARPing, we don't care. we actually fucking do. This shit pisses us off.
I'm about fucking 4 years from suicide, I am. Well, not suicide. You know?
I reckon I'm about 10 years from chucking myself off a tall building.
Yeah.
If you do it, there is one way you got to do it right. So you get piano wires and noose around your neck, and then you get rope tied around your legs. And what you got, very important, the piano wire noose has to be shorter than the rope, and this is important, right? So what you do, you got the piano wire noose around your neck, and you got the rope around your thing, and you're at the top of your roof that you're going to do the thing on. Got to make sure it's got to be one of those places, plate glass window, preferably where there's like someone's having a meeting about corporate bollocks and capitalism, all the things that winds Phil up.
Yeah.
Super glue your hands to your head, make sure it's definitely going to stay there, and then you jump off. Now what happens, the noose is shorter than the rope, so you get decapitated, but your head doesn't tumble down to the ground because you super glued it, and then the rope suspends you, and what you do is you go thwack against their meeting, and it's just like this decapitated dude pissing blood out of his neck stub. Just there.
Probably twitching as well.
Yeah.
I think the best thing you can do is just literally take it the simple way. Take a load of laxatives and look at your fucking breasts. Just do that.
Oh.
I mean, Hemi, can you play the Toppy message? Because the Chocobo sound, because I've got a message from him.
Oh, okay. I'll just send it. Just give me 2 secs.
Woo woo woo. Chocobo. Chocobo.
Oh no, wrong one. Yeah, that's it. That's Toppy text. There we go.
Oh, I hate that noise.
Take the Charlie pill. That's what he said. He said, take the Charlie pill.
The big red pill at your jacksie.
I was going to say, is he taking the Charlie pill up his bum bum?
Yeah.
A big fucking pork pill, pork.
Take the Charlie suppository. That's what Toppy's doing.
The pork suppository.
I just want to say, Top Bat, you're a fucking you're just attracted to clout. You just want to be accepted into a group, and now you're going to be back in PA. You're going to be dead happy, and they're going to stroke your ego and all that shit. But ultimately,
how long are they going to put up with this bullshit for? I reckon about a week before he starts being a knobhead again.
Probably. Yeah, probably. I don't care though. It doesn't matter. None of this fucking matters. No one's doing anything anyway. We're all just fucking around online, including PA.
Well, one of the things I wanted to go about earlier when you were saying about, for a lot of people, nationalism is you got your podcast and you're talking about grooming gangs and other stuff which is depressing as shit, whilst doing nothing to change the outcome. But the thing is, do you remember like a few months ago, who was that guy who's like an actual farm labourer and who's saying that all the labourers now are Eastern European and they have got like discriminatory practices now, so if you're white and English, you can't work as a fruit picker. Because
that's been going on in warehousing for ages, because I had a mate that happened to. He got turned down for a job because he didn't speak Polish.
Well, that's
in a British warehouse.
That's the thing. I mean, like, surely the best thing you could do for nationalism is to become more autonomous, so you're not dependent on the state.
Yeah, but Hobbit, white people are based. It doesn't matter who they are. If they're white, they're fine.
You're doing the Ted Kaczynski pill where it's like, oh yeah, we'll just escape to. But the problem is that you can't fucking escape this civilization.
Well, no,
this is a prison.
You can have levels. There's like levels of how much you need to be involved in it.
As Joe Owens would say, you're gonna cut yourself off from the system. What road you gonna drive on, Hobbit?
Well, this is what I'm saying. You can't go black and white on these things, but there are degrees of being in the system. Like if you're in the middle of London, and you know you're living there, you are very much in the system. If you're in an Amish community and you're growing your own food, you are.
Okay, where's the fucking Amish community, Hobby? Where the fuck do I go to there then?
Pennsylvania, really far away in another country.
Can't even get there. Like this is a prison.
I know, but
this is a fucking prison.
You can have an allotment.
The allotments, do you realise how long the fucking waiting list is for an allotment?
A very bloody long, I am aware of that.
It's like, listen, in about 30 years, I'll get my allotment and I'll able grow a few fucking carrots. I am.
The local councils are even trying to sell off the allotment land to developers to build apartments and stuff. Obviously.
Oh, well, I mean, there is a news story based on that. Do you want to do the one, is it BlackRock or Blackcock or Blackwater are buying houses in America at 150% of asking price?
Yeah, Alex Jones was talking about this the other day.
Oh, was he? I mean, it brings to mind that
not
quote
Alex Jones. He's married to a Jew.
Well, no, he got divorced and then married a Jewish stripper, because that's based. Yeah. Actually, you know what? That is kind of based. It's like, yeah, I'm wearing a stripper now. I had sex with her loads of times and
he's married to a Jew, which means anything he says is automatically irrelevant.
He reminds me of that quote by Thomas Jefferson saying about, like, if you trust the bankers, you'll end up destitute on the nation your forefathers conquered. And I think, an investment firm buying up stuff for 150% of asking price, and, like, if you're trying to build a house, the cost of lumber in America is 10 times what it used to be last year. I would say that they are trying to do this sort of thing.
Do you know in England currently we're running out of concrete? No one can get concrete for love nor money.
And there's other materials as well which are running out. We can't even have like flakes. There's like a flake shortage.
Gas bottles. The other Saturday, Hobbit. Me and the missus went out to try. Well, we got it sorted in the end, but apparently gas bottles are in short supply.
Electronic components as well. Very hard to get any sort of electronic components for that matter.
Graphics cards.
Well, yeah, especially
you try and get hold of a brand new graphics card right now.
Well, I mean, even like things like basic components like resistors and transistors. It's like maybe it's to do with the Suez Canal. like maybe there was like on the Evergreen ship or the Ever Given ship there was like maybe a bunch of resistors that CPC and RS components are going to sell, but It's weird. It's bizarre. I would almost say it's almost as if they're like, okay, let's have the end of civilization. Let's just do a couple of things to the logistics chain and just show that this just-in-time logistics system, let's get everything from China, how fragile that is.
So maybe, just maybe, people who own the means of production deliberately create an artificial shortage so you pay more. It could be that.
Yeah, and they have to make less.
Yeah,
and they have to make less. If they can make their product twice the price and make half of them, it saves them money.
Well, actually, no. I can tell you now. If I was in a factory, and I was in a factory, and in a situation where like the customer's like, okay, we want to buy these things, like, sorry, we can't actually do that for you because we don't have anything in stock. That's not a situation you want to be in.
You can get them on eBay at double the price.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in this factory where we were making this product, which wasn't a graphics card, and then we actually had customers come to us and say, "Oh, I want to buy us." Like, oh, okay, well, you can go on the waiting list because we don't have anything in stock now. It's like, but I really want one. It's like, yeah, you and about a dozen other people want one, and I didn't say it, but it's like, yeah, our boss is like, doesn't want to buy stock so that we can make the thing we're making, so fuck you. And
what is really relevant as well, and they like items not lasting as long, so you have to buy more. Yeah, like iPhones. You buy an iPhone, 6 months later the new iPhone comes out. Ironically, your iPhone then breaks, or coincidentally.
Or they put a firmware update on it which clocks back the processor speed, so you go, oh, my phone's much slower than what it used to be, maybe I should get a new one.
Yeah. Like the batteries in iPhones as well. Don't the batteries have to be changed like every 6 months or something?
Well,
because batteries die.
It doesn't help that people run them right down until 0%, because every time you do that you fur up the electrodes, and then the battery can't hold as much charge as before. Funny enough, I didn't actually know this until I bought a third-party battery, and they say, don't just charge a lithium-ion battery less than 15%. Every time you do, it causes the electrodes to... It's like it actually precipitates crystals of copper inside the lithium-ion substrate. So the lithium-ion, which has now got copper crystals in it, can no longer hold a charge. So that's why you should just try and keep it topped up. Don't let it run down too much. But I didn't know that.
I need to get my charging.
Which is completely different to NiCad batteries, and I'm not sure...
English Skyon says blue bricks are getting harder to source now.
Blue bricks?
Yeah.
So it's like a red brick, but it's blue?
Are blue bricks the... are they like the damp course ones, or are they the...
I don't know.
Are they the breeze blocks?
But I've seen beige breeze blocks. So... I quite like the sound of the indicators on this lorry.
Oh, engineering bricks.
One of the things,
like super hard ones.
One of the things which might I mean, in England itself, well, I say England, the United Kingdom, due to the fact that we're negotiating with the EU and the rest of the world about what we can buy and from where, that's creating some problems. But the other thing is, as well, as it's going to be difficult for foreign drivers to get over here because we're no longer part of the EU. And unlike Switzerland, we haven't got like established protocols. Well, the great thing is it means there's 500,000 job vacancies for lorry drivers in the UK. But good luck trying to get on the training course, because I'm waiting until August before I can have my training. That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming now Conservative government will invest in training programs for the unemployed.
Oh well, we all know the slitty-eyed Hong Kongers are very good at driving.
That tweet you put in, Hobbit. You think your life is tough? These guys are Siamese twins, and only one is gay. They share the same ass.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
I saw a news article today about lorry driving shortages, and that actually it's going to cause a massive problem for the UK.
Well, this is the thing. I'm trying to negotiate with the job centre, because they talk about short-term.
Tell you what, it's not going to cause a massive problem with me trying to get to work.
No, but it might cause a problem when you go to work and you find like the consumables are like no longer on the shelves, There's,
But there's no lorry driving, but where's all the material?
Yeah, so you can't get copper cable or electronics anymore because like all the lorry drivers are retiring, and I don't think Capstan can do all of the shifts. He doesn't want to do them all.
That's the only is you have to go off his arse and do all the work all day.
Well, you're going to have to pay him more money.
A lazy
then.
bastard.
You're going to have to pay him more than £20 an hour, whatever he's on at the moment.
Right, that's it. We're bringing in Polish immigrants. He's asking for more money.
Fuck off. No, we're going to get Hong Kongers to do it. Everyone knows how good...
Capstan, the greedy bastard, wants too much money, so that's it. Polish. Oh, here we go.
Capstan...
As many Polish as we possibly can.
I mean, poor Capstan trying to, like, save up money to buy a house and a new car that isn't shit. Yeah, they're so fucking greedy. I mean, you should, like, you should pay for the privilege of working. You realise there's some places where there's no jobs going and they would, like, give off their left arm for a job.
Yeah.
Don't know, they're bored.
Everyone's working really. It's like working.
What about those Filipino nurses that have literally got no work to do at home, so they have to come out. They have to come over here because they're so desperate to carry on working as a nurse.
Exactly. I mean,
they've got nothing to do in the Philippines.
I mean, the English are so
cool, mate.
The English are so privileged. Back in the day, you'd have to pay for the privilege of going to the workhouse.
Yeah.
And
it used to be illegal.
You'd have to say, "Please, sir, please beat me as this machine destroys my fingers." As the
I want my children to work in the on the looms, please.
Yeah. Please, can I breathe some cotton fibres into my lungs, please, sir? Please, can I have the privilege of losing a finger to the threshing machine? What?
Yeah,
No.
please. Those toys for my children.
Yeah.
It's alright, I didn't want to see my children grow up or anything.
No.
But also, by the way, the high Tories back in the day loved the working class, and they had an obligation to look after them.
Back in the days, the high Tories every Sunday would invite them in for dinner. They'd give them a blowjob. They'd give them foie gras and lobster. And that's where, you know...
£10 an hour.
Yeah, £10 an hour. They pay them a frapney bit once they spunked in the... Fuck, I don't want to go there anywhere down this road.
Every working class person had a detached house with a butler and a maid. And
that's right, yep. And the only reason the high Tories wanted to conquer the world is so that they could give the best of the best. They wanted to drain all the diamonds from Africa and all the gold from India, just so that the working class man could have a comfortable pair of slippers.
They shared the wealth. They distributed the wealth.
Well, Phil,
it trickled down, didn't it? It trickled down.
Yeah, which I believe trickle-down economics means golden shower. So you see, they get the gold and then they shower it on you.
Yeah.
And then they piss on you.
Yeah, that's trickle-down economics. It's a golden shower of prosperity and economics and all that.
Freeman told me about it.
And then on the other hand, we got Charlie, mate, who's going to start his armed insurrection against the government with PA, isn't he?
Except he's going to have to do it from Spain because he's, you know, the extradition treaty and all that.
Charlie, mate, will have to be the armchair quarterback, mate. I'm not allowed back in the country.
Yeah,
because that's what Hitler did, didn't he? Ran away from Germany when he was in danger of going to prison.
Yeah, he just sent telegrams to his high command on how they should do it.
Yeah.
He was like that, to be fair. Hitler was like that. He didn't do anything on the ground.
No. There was like...
He did go prison. He did go prison though, didn't he, Phil? So as much of a massive crybaby that Hitler is, he's still more of a man than Charlie Big Potatoes.
No, I tell you, Hitler was actually quite brave. So when they were doing the war on the Eastern Front, he'd take his armoured train to where they sanctioned an area for him, where the artillery was, and he'd go in his armoured train and he'd have his observation glasses and he'd watch the artillery firing on the Russians, and he'd eat his pastries and have his methamphetamine, and he'd have like a 3-day bender whilst whilst you're getting some of the cross-dressing SS ladyboys to pee on him, whilst in between methamphetamine and pastries.
Playing it, Hemi, play the noise again. The message.
Oh, it's a new top crap.
Yeah, he says, I love the bit where you get everything about Hitler wrong.
Oh, yes. Hey,
sorry.
Because this is really what needs to be hammered out, you know, before nationalism can succeed. We need to hammer out all the final details of what was actually truth and what was actually Jewish lies about Hitler.
Please tell me more about Austrian economics. That's what we need to know.
It was true. Yeah. Hitler had sex with his niece and he used to ask her to piss on his face. Strasser used to bully him.
Based.
And he was an idiot because he had an alliance with the Soviet Union and was wondering why he couldn't have an alliance with England at the same time.
And three women would rather kill themselves than piss on Hitler's face, wouldn't they?
Can we do a little 14 words teaser? Can we do a little teaser? There may.
I've got some news. Purple Aki's gonna have to be shoved back a week because Ian's on this week. The 20. Oh no. Purple Aki is this week. I think.
Are you trying to bum off Purple
Ian's
Aki?
on the following week.
Do you realise how dangerous it is to bum off Purple Aki? Shoving him into the back seat. He'll ask if you do that, mate. He'll ask how much you can squat, Hemi. I hope you realise that. He'll come up to your house.
So he's a bit like a black Charlie Big Potatoes then,
or a black top cap.
You got some balls of
what we need to remember is that Poppy and Charlie, PA, right? They got their history from the greatest story never told in Europa, the Last Battle. So that's all definitely right. Whereas all of this history that we're talking about,
because Dennis Wise went to Germany, didn't he? And he researched all this stuff firsthand, didn't he, Phil? He didn't just make it up, did he?
I think Dennis Wise was better when he played for Chelsea, though. To be honest, I think that was his better.
Yeah, old psycho.
Yeah, that's when he was better. All this Nazi sent in.
Why am I delivering a yacht to a supermarket? This doesn't make any sense. I guess so. It's just like, hey, can you deliver this yacht to like whatever the Corsican equivalent of Tesco is? Oh, that's a fairly easy one. Yeah. Let's go. Oh shit. Have I? What have I done?
So is Toppy like? Are you the new DOA then, Phil? He's going to be all up in your fucking DMs, hustling you.
I'm the new Charlie.
He's going to be up in your. He's going to be up in your DNM, sniffing them.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Fuck it. We are play the message again.
Oh, we got another message.
Top cat, top crap.
David Irving did first-hand research. And if you read David Irving, right? David Irving wasn't like a fan of National Socialism. He was quite critical of it in regards to his decisions in World War II, which were fucking terrible, Tomcat. Who the fuck would have an alliance with the Soviet Union, which betrays England, and then didn't expect the Soviet Union to fuck them over? And then the only reason they asked for peace for England is because they realised that fucking the Soviet Union were going to kick their head in. A bit of a shit. What? You're gonna? What? The Soviets are planning to invade us? It's like, well, yeah, everyone's trying to invade everyone. You fucking started the war. What do you think's going to happen? Do you think everyone's going to be your mate?
Unfortunately, Hitler, you're a massive fucking beta, so we're all going to pick on you and give you a big swirly when we get to.
Yeah. No, that's not fair. Why are you bullying me? Because you wanted to bully everyone else.
Let's just face it. Nobody likes Germany, least of all the Germans. That's why they shit on one another.
Yeah.
Don't start a world war. If you start a world war,
and you can say he didn't mean start a world war. He just wanted to take back Poland. He just agreed with the Soviet Union.
He just wanted to save the poor suffering people of Danzig. Well, the poor suffering people of Danzig were taken off Germany because you lost the last fucking war that killed hundreds of fucking people. You thick cunts.
Why did you kill 80,000 people in Poland as well? Because the thing they do is they say, what about the Katyia massacre and what the Soviets did in Poland? So what about the massacre you did 2 months before where you killed 80,000 people? You had a literal list. It wasn't about taking... This shit of, we want to reclaim Danzig, we're trying to liberate people. Because I get that, this is what pisses me off as well, is that they'll say, we're trying to liberate the people of Danzig because of the Soviets.
I'm so glad
okay,
my Euro Truck Simulator stream is talking about some shit that happened 80 years ago that no one cares about because it was a long time ago. I am so fucking glad that yet again we are talking about.
Unfortunately, this is nationalism, Hobbit. This is where nationalism goes, and this is where nationalism stays.
Nationalism is gay. I don't want to do nationalism anymore. I just want to have my chickens.
I agree with
To be fair, Hobbit, don't you call the stream Banter Nationalism?
Yeah, nationalism's gay, and that term was coined by Brutus. We need a new name for the show. I'm going to call it bumming off. There we go. It's going to be bumming off. Just...
Well, you'll definitely get the fascist fitness crowd in if you call it that.
Oh yeah. Nationalism is gay.
Anyway, as you were saying, Phil, let Phil finish his point.
Alright, so the point is, basically, this is what really happened in World War II. Germany had an alliance with the Soviet Union, and their agreement was, fuck Poland. Stalin said, that's a good deal, fuck Poland. Hitler said, okay, yeah, fuck Poland. They both divided up Poland, fucked up Poland, and then Hitler tried to sort of, I don't know, he continued his alliance with the Soviet Union. Then he realised that the Soviet Union were actually
basically Hitler was like the killer from what's it called, Scary Movie. You know, when he's hiding behind the sofa and his feet are hanging out. That's basically Hitler's diplomacy, isn't it?
He was like, what the fuck, the Soviet Union fucking is over. It's like, well, yeah, obviously, this is war, dickhead. You wanted to fuck up Poland, and now I'm going to fuck you up because you wanted to fuck up Poland because I want to.
How many broken peace treaties are we on, Hitler?
About 7 by now, and then he comes to England. And says, "Oh, please, can you be on my side?" And they're like, "No, fuck off. You're on the Soviet Union side." And then they invaded the Soviet Union, broke that peace treaty, and then unfortunately it was like, "Oh, what the fuck? The Soviet Union's gonna have an alliance with England?" It's like, yeah, because we're fuck. This is war, and this is how you'd fuck up you, because we don't like you. You're a victor. Bye.
Yeah, you're fucking nan kid.
To be fair, though, I mean that must have come as a bit of a surprise to Germany because it's like. But haven't you been at war with each other for 2 centuries now? Yeah, but I had a chat with the Russians, and let's face it, I mean, yeah, I know Tsar Nicholas is dead, but we still like them a bit because it's the same royal family, and also...
But we hate you more.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is, isn't it?
The one thing that Russians and English can agree is that we dislike...
Another message.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No. Actually, German nationalism's really important to our nationalism. We got to talk about World War II incessantly, ad nauseum. I'm Top Cat. I'm so important. Is that what he said?
He said, Colette didn't approve of you appearing on Top Cat's bar, but I'm willing to let you on again if you behave.
Colette didn't approve? Is he answering to Colette already? That didn't take long, did it?
Here's the thing, Colette. I don't give a fuck. What are you going to do, Colette?
Yeah.
Colette didn't approve. Daddy Colette didn't approve. Fuck what Colette thinks.
Fuck me. The back of Toppy's throat must be bruised as fuck, mustn't it?
He's got smart over his face right now.
Oh, fuck, all down his chin and everything. Oh, fucking cock gobbling little cunt, isn't he? Cock gobbling little fucking weasel, isn't he?
He got cum coming out of his nostrils and they're so deep.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
Hey, what do you DM Colin to tell him Toppy's talking for him now?
I think he's got me blocked. No, he's got me blocked, Colette, hasn't he?
Oh, is he? Oh, right.
He said, you're a snake, you are. And I said, if you carry on, Mark, I'm going to phone up Nintendo and get your fucking Switch turned off. Any block after that.
Oh, Jesus. How long has Toppy been gobbling PA cock? Well, we know it since before the DM the other day, the voice chat we had in Telegram.
I'm surprised that despite all of that, he wasn't saying like, "Oh, can you guys be nicer to PA? I think they're actually pretty based."
Yeah.
I'm a 36-year-old.
It's one of two things. Either Colin is that desperate to get one over on us, he's going to take our biggest liability off us.
Okay, thanks.
or it was a like gay op all along, which is like so pathetic. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And the irony of it all, it's like they think I'm going to behave when I'm pissed off. That's silly.
What?
Do you think that's gonna?
Well, you do
Crazy.
behave when you're pissed up, Phil. You just behave honestly and without any filters.
Yeah. Tell the truth.
Yeah, you behave badly.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's behaving. It's not behaving in
Mate,
the way they want.
Marky C didn't said that you didn't behave yourself, so make sure you're better next time, yeah?
Ian A, mate. Oh, fuck, Ian A's gone. Where's Ian A? Ian A needs to come and answer for his toppy simping.
With toppy simping with PA.
Oh, did he get upset that we were being mildly critical of his boyfriend? He's not going to fuck you, Ian A. You'd be better off with Scuggy or Casimir.
Who was it said that all Toppy wants is to be accepted into PA? I think that's pretty much all of us. I think that's what we said, didn't we? That's kind of what I thought about him from the start, to be honest.
Didn't Ralph say it in his little fucking gay video that he deleted?
Maybe.
Always wants to be included, but constantly excluded. We thought he meant Brutus. Did he actually mean Top Cat?
He probably. Very similar people, him and Brutus.
Right, let's get another lorry. This time I'm going to have
Jesus. I just can't believe how quickly Toppy fell. I mean, he's literally bottom of the barrel now, isn't he? Jesus Christ, Toppy.
Well, he said that Phil had fallen far, and I turned around and said, no, Toppy, it's you that's fallen far. You just don't have enough self-awareness to see it.
I just can't.
The response to Collett's post about keeping fit and putting tinnies down was obviously intended to get Mark to take notice.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously hasn't put the tin... After the stream, he was fucking rattling through bottles, weren't he? It's like he hasn't changed a bit.
Well, you could hear him
I think Toppy's just a fucking... He's just like the scorpion and the frog, isn't he? It's just what he does, stabbing people in the back.
He's just a fucking snake.
Yeah.
Ha! Fool, did Toppy slip on all that spit on his floor? Probably, yeah.
I don't think it's spit.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's not spit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been really deep throating fucking PA. Jesus Christ.
That's not very nice.
Dopey Chris was on there. Dopey, you're alright, my mate. You're alright, my mate, Top Cat. You're alright, mate.
Right, mate. Are the 37 bullying you?
You're alright, my mate, Top Cat. You're alright, mate.
Oh, well, let's face it. I mean, what with, like, Top Cat being a £90 weakling, it is really easy to bully such a fucking faggot. Oh, no, am I going to get a hate speech? Oh, no, Susan Wojcicki, please don't ban me again. Oh, no.
Oh, dear. What, you mean the guy that had this phone call?
The guy which engaged in penetrative anal sex with other men.
Yeah.
He takes it up the arse.
Yeah,
Hey,
I miss you.
are you live streaming?
No.
Yes, you are, you liar.
Look how quickly he lies. That is so
Okay.
quick. How quickly he lies.
Don't stream. You'll be embarrassed
Not
for us tomorrow.
amazing,
No, he won't
even
be
when
embarrassed.
he's
I'm not, babe.
drunk, that
I'm not.
no hesitation whatsoever in lying.
If you don't
Yeah.
like it, I don't want to do it.
I think maybe it's best for you if you stop today, because you might not feel too good about it tomorrow, because it looks a bit silly.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit silly.
You know?
Okay, I'm not live streaming about you. I just like you.
Well, maybe just in general, though, you know, because you're very drunk.
Hey, Phil,
Okay.
spicy take from the chat. Your mate,
Yeah,
oh,
I know.
Phil's gone.
Well,
I'll wait till he comes back.
How about you turn it off then, eh?
I will be, but I'm not like been doing so far. Okay.
That'll do. Anyway, Donnie, what did you make of last night's stream?
I mean, I think he was always with those guys. You know, that's what I think.
Yeah. Do you remember
So
that
it came
Spacey
off.
Tracy said in the chat? She said, "Remember when Down with the Sickness said we had a snake and they weren't going to tell us who it was."
Well, yeah, they kept saying that, you know, various groups would always say there's definitely a Fed in there, and that's probably what they meant.
I don't think that seems likely. I mean, I think with the case of yogurt nonce, it's just a case of I'm saying you don't, and it's one of those easy accusations to make because, let's face it, you go on.
It is a thing that's made to sow division. So I do kind of.
We
think
have
like
attracted enough attention now that we're going to get people come and join us, think they can ingratiate themselves. And you know,
they also think we're leaderless, don't they? It's like Jumbo.
But that's because we are.
Oh, mate, you got no leadership. You no hierarchy, have you, mate?
Well, that's because we've got no leader. We're just an anarchist commune.
We're a collective.
Yeah, we're an
anarchist collective.
We're an anarchist collective. We do feminist slam poetry on Thursdays. You can hear that on the Hemis channel.
Yeah,
7 o'clock.
Yeah, and we'll never ask you to go out and endanger yourself. No one is going to tell you to go stickering or go banner dropping or any of that.
Well,
of course, it's good to be in shape, but you don't have to get cornholed by tickle me chippy tits to do that.
I mean,
you can exercise on your own time. Save money. Don't go to a gym. Just buy your own weights.
I'm saying you could go to a gay bathhouse and get fisted. You can do that. If you do that...
Oh, hey there, Hobbit. You're talking my language now there, big boy.
The thing is, if you've got like a man's arm elbow deep in your ass, you literally have a captive audience. You can start talking. It's like, you know, Hitler was actually trying to sue for peace with England.
You're really rolling your sleeve up on that one, eh, Hobbit?
You see, you can convert them one homosexual at a time, and it's just, it's.
You know, I think that topic just one sneak email, Hobbit. At least you just come right out with it. You know, just spit it out.
You can go to the gay bathhouse right now, but I suggest you don't.
It like someone being elbow deep.
Whopper says, yeah, you're supposed to be more honest when you're drunk. I know I am. Yeah, it was straight to the lies.
Well, that's because he is the lies. There is nothing honest about the man.
Children of the lies.
Chris Patriotic Talk admitted that Goddard's the only regional leader willing to go into towns and cities.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, Donny.
And considering there's a regional head of London, that's quite saying something, isn't it?
As you just said that, Donny, I'm going to rejoin you.
I assume it's still Cornelius. I haven't heard of any personnel changes.
Beta. Children of the Lie, indeed. Mm-hmm. Very much.
Yeah. I mean, who'd have thought that Theon was the only fucking Chad they had, and they booted him out for being straight, didn't they?
He wanted to sniff a pussy, and they was straight male, wasn't it?
So I'm starting to realise now that like all of nationalism is like the secret or not so secret gay club, and like I mean, you know, I don't mind gays as much as Brutus does, but like I don't want to be that close to them.
It's not gays, it's really socially
mafia, that's what it is.
I was in the pub yesterday and having a shandy, but that wasn't as gay as the gay couple next to me with their cockapoo. And they were like American gays as well.
Toppy was giving a hand shandy last night.
Charlie, I love you. He was basically saying, Charlie, I love you, Charlie.
Love you, Charlie.
Charlie was like...
No, Charlie, you hang up. No, Toppy, you hang up. No, Charlie, you hang up.
You're the leader, Charlie. You put me on my position in the hierarchy. You tell me where I belong. That's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tracy said, we'd have a good conversation, trucker.
Aye. Yeah. Fucking
Tracy
right.
said Goddard would go shout it and hear some cows if he thought they'd listen. Exactly, like he's like, oh, Goddard's the best regional head we've got. It's like he's a fucking retard. That you know.
Well, it says a lot when
he called Anna Soubry a Nazi. Oh, I love that when he said, "Well, everyone's on a learning curve, mate." No, well, how about the people that are on a learning curve stand at the back and shut the fuck up?
Isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't you think it's rather damning indictment of the PA rank and file when they're like, "Well, they're the best we've got."
Yeah.
What is that? You're the best around. No one's better than you. You're the best around. gonna go to the gay bathhouse too.
They determine who's best based on who has the most subscribers. That's how they determine what's best. That's the fucking problem.
So
the thing is,
in which case the makeup videos are the most based.
Yeah.
This is like saying who's going to be in charge of the economy, Kim Kardashian or fucking I don't know.
Who else is
or someone actually qualified.
Kim Kardashian's got loads of likes, guys. For fuck's sake. Fuck. It's like James Goddard is a retard. Like Nordic said, you could shoot James Goddard in the head and nothing would happen.
It would start whistling. No, that's not true, Phil. It'd start whistling.
Yeah, he'd whistle as he runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon you could shoot James Goddard multiple times, and fuck all would happen.
In the court of law, legally with due process.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
PUBG, you can shoot him multiple times and nothing would happen.
Yeah.
Multiple times in the head and nothing would happen in different sides of his head.
He'd probably he would cry if you shot him, but not because of the one wound, but because of the loud and scary noises.
You could probably do that. You could probably do that magician's trick. You know the magician's trick where they put all the knives through his head.
Yeah.
And his little tiny pea brains hiding in the middle.
It'd be like a pop-up pirate.
But Phil, you're forgetting about the time he went on Omegle and totally BTFO'd that kid.
That was fucking hilarious.
Fucking smack it. He was like, yeah, fucking Jews. I can't remember. He was just a fuck retard, I think.
Yeah.
He was like, hello there. Did you know the white race are going extinct?
I'm fucking 14, mate. Of course I don't know about the right.
Is that his chirp line when you like see some birds? It's like, hey, did you know we're going to be a minority by 2066? Well, let's engage in procreative recreation. I can't do it. The thing. Yeah. Let's do some sexual reproduction right now. Make the 14 words live on this dance floor. Why are women all fucking like they don't want children? I don't understand.
Fucking lessers.
Yeah, they're man hating. This is feminism. You there, woman, have sex with me. Why don't you want to have sex with me? This is feminism. It's just.
Oh, you're a fucking lesbian. All like the rest.
It's ruining male-female relationship.
Are you supposed to be doing a top cat right now?
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who this James Goddard is. I'm just doing my default is Spurg voice.
The fat dancer.
Hang on.
He's like a fat dancer. He's just a fat man. He's just a fat prick.
Hello, love. Do you want to ride on my, I'm trying to think, beer hole putch?
He's a fat prick. James Goddard, like I say, James Goddard, you could push him down the stairs, you could shoot him, you could put him in a fucking waste disposal truck, nothing had happened.
I just realised that was actually a fairly witty pickup line. It's probably going to be used. Now, one of them was writing down, was like, oh, that's a good pickup line, I think I'll use that one.
He's probably got one sperm. He's that fucking devolved that one sperm comes out. That's it.
Lady, do you want to see my heart's van?
He said impregnated that Packy bird, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he's based, yeah, because he's got a Packy message, a Packy kid.
His missus tie him up and fucking hit him with a stick.
Hey, that thing about Toller being fucking brown was totally a fucking April Fool, lads.
Yeah. Oh, it was really funny.
You're some kind of idiot if you believe he actually is a Packy.
All right, lass. Do you want to come back to my place and watch my Hearts of Iron 4 save game? I've got over 1,000 hours in it. I'm playing as Bulgaria and I'm winning against Soviet Union. I've taken that. This
reminds me of like a Wignet, like an '80s show where everybody knows each other. They're all like secretly friends, but they just do it in front of the camera. You know, the kayfabe, the drama.
Oops.
You know. Spacey Tracy says he thought she was. Spacey Tracy says he thought she was Puerto Rican, as if that makes it better.
No, it was Portuguese. It was Portuguese, wasn't it? He thought she was Portuguese.
Everyone knows Portuguese are not.
I thought she was Portuguese. I always thought it was a bit sus out that she really liked curry. There was something like that.
I don't even know what's worse, the Portuguese or the Indians. Like the Portuguese, that's pedo land, isn't it? Everyone knows pedo land. That's why no one goes there.
Well, Pakistan.
So that's where Andy Warski comes from. That's how fucking retarded it is there.
It's pedo land. Portugal is pedo land. Pedophiles. Pedo land. That's what it is.
Hey you, it's pedo land. You can have a good time. No, you can't. No, I'm not singing that song.
That one's obvious.
Sorry, so I just realised what you were talking about. I was.
Welcome to pedo land. Where we're all
shit.
Portuguese.
Right, so I want to explain to the chat, what I've done here is come out on his side of the road, and the reason for that was, do you remember when I was at the roundabout and I touched the curb and there were some bollards there?
No, you want to do Bucks Fizz? It's the land of pedophiles. La 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 la.
Wait,
here he comes.
Was it
Jimmy Savile's on his way?
Was it Bit Bucks Fizz that did get making a
make believe,
making a mind up, making a mind up? I like that song. It was that.
I mean, that sums up half the people in PA. I mean, they've all been through every movement going, haven't they?
Was it Men at Work that sung "Land Down Under"?
Yeah.
Oh, land down under. Do. Oops! I just crashed into the policeman's car. Never mind.
You know my favourite song, don't you?
Is it the Willy Bum Bum?
I'm listening to Everlasting Love.
Yep. Oh, I thought you were going to say your favourite songs. Well, everyone knows my favourite song's the Willy Bum Bum song, as sung by our very own Garol.
Yeah, do you remember Garol used to get really upset when we used to say he sang the Willy Bum Bum song?
No, he never got upset by it. He was always relishing the opportunity to sing it for us. It's like, go on, Garol.
He was fucking good at it though, weren't he? He's the best Willy Bum Bum singer.
Like dead ringer for it. If I mean, yeah. That's why it's his song. That's why at his funeral I'm going to play that song.
Oh, he is Willy Mate, isn't he?
Willy Mate. Willy. Yeah, but Vinny, don't understand. You got to get your life in order. Willy Mate. You got to listen from me, lads. You got to shape. I'm going to Wales. I'm going to do filming. Willy Mate. Oh, you got to take life seriously. Hang on, Garol doesn't sound like that. These impressions.
You actually sound like that. Sounds like grief.
Talk out, you fucking faggot, and I hear it.
Vinny, you can't just be prank calling the Shomrim all the time, saying you're trapped in the toilet. It's such a funny fucking.
Where's Top Cat? Where's Top Cat and Dead on Arrival for whatever the fuck it's called? You know that fat bitch? That fucking posh bitch that fucking Top Cat is obsessed with? She is a fucking dirty boss-eyed fat bitch, you know? She's not fair.
She can feed me stones any day.
Now we've listened to last night's stream. I don't think this was a rape threat. I think this was a reward.
You're fat, you're weak, you're a faggot, and you're about to find out how much of a faggot very soon.
That was Toppy's reward for last night's show. That was.
Don't you crash into me, Scania. I told you not to crash into me. Everyone's like, I'm gonna just drive into you now.
Jelly tits ass.
Yeah, fucking jelly tits ass, Scania.
Jelly tits ass.
Exactly.
What a fucking jelly tits ass, mate.
No, jelly tits ass.
Jelly tits ass, mate.
Jelly tits ass.
Fucking negroid haircut, man.
I think when I get to the ferry.
She's half British, is she not?
Just like me.
He's a glass half full man, isn't he?
So when I get
Telling from me, if the standards in this movement are ever to be enforced, it won't be by overweight, sexual deviants who enjoy abusing women.
Or men called
It'll be enforced by fucking Scousers, of course.
The most moral of all people.
I need subtitles for that guy. I mean, he is kind of funny. I think that's his appeal. They just needed the working man.
Donnie, you and I both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't understand fucking Scousers, and they live in the same country as me.
Does this van driver not understand? I'm on the roundabout. You give way to those on the roundabout. I don't care. It's a French roundabout. Can you not see? I'm just going to drive it. Is it just everybody drives into it?
Absolutely blown the fuck out by
that
DOA,
van driver.
mate.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
a fucking knowledge fat jelly
Didn't
tits
even
ass.
care that I was on the
Neither
roundabout,
Did
just
fucking
good-
Lioness from the other group, did she, Top Cat, when
Just
you were
like the
threatening
coach
her?
driver, exactly.
Fucking fat, woman abusing, manipulating cunt.
That Scouse seems to think it's funny.
Who Charlie's very happy to have back in the ranks.
Yeah.
Charlie's very, very happy to have that woman manipulating, abusing cunt back in the ranks.
Well, they buried the hatchet in one another's bums, didn't they?
My racist. Perhaps that's just how Scousers hit on one another, Hemi. Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
Maybe.
So, by the way,
Uno's offering you a free security system, Phil.
Oh, that's nice.
Is it a gun?
So, if you that costs money. If you're,
I assume it's cameras.
If you're watching this show, we did do some content right at the beginning, so hope everybody enjoyed that.
Jelly tits ass.
Well, actually, it was about the artist that sold a sculpture of absolutely nothing for $18,300.
Jelly tits ass.
So if you missed the beginning of the show,
How about if I sold art that was
jelly tits ass
on loop?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
you think I could get money for that?
Well, the difference is that you're not involved in money laundering, so no one's going to pay you $18,300.
Pull it out, it sounds like someone's falling down the stairs.
Exactly.
You have that song where you did the Jelly Tits Ass song? That was fucking funny. On your keyboard, you were doing Jelly Tits Ass. It was just really fucking funny.
You know, what's it called? I found out, you'd seen that, I saw it, I didn't realise what it was. There was a banana duct taped to a wall. That sold for $120,000, but I'm like, it's a perishable banana stuck to a wall. Why?
A banana stuck to a wall? Is it a bit like this?
This is more like a magic trick.
Yeah,
I've actually seen this in Amsterdam being pulled out of a vagina, and it was a bit weird, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's how you can turn a fruit and a bit of tape into $120,000 using this one simple trick that the organised crime world doesn't want you to know. That's all it is. It's like, because the maximum amount of cash that you can take across a border is $10,000. Otherwise, customs like, all right, why are you carrying a briefcase full of cash? But if you've got like a banana, I mean, if you've got a banana duct taped to a wall,
If you've got a banana duct taped to the inside of your leg, no one's going to ask any questions.
No, it's just like, oh yeah, that's just like a priceless work of art, $120,000. Go right through, sir. Yeah, you're definitely not transporting.
When using products like these, or having sex with a guy, that communication is key.
Yes, you need to communicate with your handlers in the other country to agree the sale of goods in exchange for this fungible token, or is it a non-fungible token?
Vibrator.
Let's test if this bad boy is actually glow in the dark.
Speaking of which, have you heard about non-fungible tokens? Because they seem to make as much sense as a banana duct taped to a wall.
You are a
non-fungible tokens.
So
are they what fun guys use?
My understanding is that, say this...
And guys, it's glow in the dark.
Right, so the idea behind a non-fungible token is there's an item somewhere, like the Mona Lisa or a banana duct taped to a wall, and you say, I wish to purchase that work of art. So you go...
something that's like falling down the stairs,
yeah,
was that non-fungible as well?
Well, the fact, if somebody makes a non-fungible token of just falling down the stairs and says, all right, I'll sell that to you for $20,000, and you go, here's the $20,000. Right, when you're going to send me that piece of work? Oh no, the artwork stays where it is, but here's the receipt saying you own it. Well, and that's all it is. The non-fungible token is like, you're now the owner of that. So it's literally like, here's the intellectual property of this item, which you now own. And that's a non-fungible token. Now,
that used to be a tax dodge, didn't it? Because basically, what would happen is you'd have a company like Shell or whatever. What they'd do is they'd sell the,
which is not a Shell company,
intellectual property rights to another company, which obviously Shell own, and then then the intellectual property rights would be someone else, and then they pay into. So the intellectual property rights would be in a high tax area. So you sell it that, so then you can write off the tax.
Yeah, it's all
that.
just a bloody scam. It's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you want to go back to because I did like, it was for the benefit of the audience and not the Discord, because I can't do that advanced sound stuff yet, but the audience will be able to hear it. It's definitely in the playback, but when I get to the...
Hear what?
Well, I made a couple of like little sound clips just to say, oh, exciting content. We got some news flash just come through. So what I'll do is in a bit, when I get to the docs, I'll just play the
I can do the news flash sound. We have a news flash sound.
I've got a news flash sound. I made my own one just today.
We can play this one. We can play this one as our. We got a news flash.
Oh, but no, that's the top.
Oh, Flossie just came in.
That's the top cat, top crap sound. No, I've got some.
Evening, Flossie.
Hey, Flossie.
Hey, Flossie. I've got an anecdote to tell you. So, I was talking with my mum about the south of France, and I was mentioning about a woman there. Let's call her Zoe, and not her real name. And I said Zoe is a better cook than I am. And my mum says, like, yeah, you know why she's a good cook? Because her mum taught her. And it's like, and she said, do you remember Zoe's mum? And I was like, yeah, I do. And she's like, do you remember that she used to go and pick apricots in our garden, and she'd make jam with it? I said, yes, I do. And she says, not only did she use the fruit, but she would break open the stones, and then she used the apricot kernels inside, and so that way it would have the taste of almond from the apricot stone. And I was like, yeah, I do remember that, actually. That was like her jam.
Doesn't that taste of almond because it actually contains arsenic?
It's cyanide, and it's another poison.
Cyanide, that's it.
And actually, this is why I say, Flossie, this anecdote's for you. Have you heard about B17 or Laetrile, the natural chemotherapy? I'm just going to take silence is consent, so that means a yes. So it's a poison which contains 1 part cyanide, and it's got this other toxin in it, which the sum of which combined together are more toxic than the sum of its parts, and it's got an enzyme, and that means that the toxin's only released on tumorous cells which are cancerous. Not fast-growing cells, so it won't attack like your cheeks or your hair or your stomach. It will just attack fast-growing cancer cells. But yeah, so I used to eat
driving.
That. Used to eat that.
Driving, and it's push to talk for some reason. So.
Oh, what?
She'll figure it out.
Me?
Yeah, she's on the road.
Oh, okay.
She's driving. She's on push to talk.
Oh, of course. It's yeah. She's got her appointment thing. Which, yeah. But anyway...
Yeah, but if she'd have had Toppy helping her, she could have gone on the bus.
Oh, yeah. that'd have been really good, that, waiting for a bus.
That would have been better. That would have been better than driving, going on the bus with
He's
some
the bus
fucking
driver.
psychopath.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, if you're on the bus, you can just be on your phone and just saying coon and kike and faggot and just talking.
With all the coons, kikes and faggots around you.
Oh, and you put it on speakerphone as well, so that everybody else can enjoy it in the bus. Yeah. So you say all those heated...
See Kyle when you get back from Tesco's, all the fun stuff.
Well, you see Carl whilst you're on the bus as well, just so everybody knows that you're based and red-pilled. That's something you can do just to spot fellow friends. That's what they call them. Friends, which I think stands for, hello, I'm a policeman.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Toppy's too thick to even be in the police force, but you know he is.
What do you mean? He's been in plenty of interrogation rooms.
Oh yeah, but that's because he's too thick, isn't he?
Well, he's not thick enough to end up on the wrong side of the interview rooms. I mean,
I know in America the alt-right is like a bathhouse. It's like a bathhouse meeting group. But maybe in the UK it's like a club meeting group. So it's like the doormen come, people from the club come, and you know that's why it's just a giant gay scene. And you get all the gym bunnies now. So maybe he's like infiltrating all the gyms in like the north to try to get all the like the pusters in,
Well,
just to make it.
You didn't hear it earlier, but I was saying
that's what they said on Hollyoaks in their incredibly accurate depiction of far right terrorist groups.
You know what?
Because they said first we get the gays, then we get the women, then we get the kids.
Maybe Hollyoaks and the writers are actually more switched on and on the pulse than we are.
They were absolutely switched on because the guy running the group had a chinky wife.
I think they actually are more on the pulse than we are, and that's kind of blackpilling. Not gonna lie. Yeah. The Hollyoaks with the tranny in it, which everyone just like that's normal, and they don't just point and laugh at the man in the dress with the wig. That they're more switched onto this thing. Fuck me. I mean, maybe like I need to get reassessed to like maybe I am actually like clinically retarded and not just Asperger's.
That's always a possibility.
Doodling bad.
I guess that's what happens with...
She clicked on the little arrow thing and shrunk it.
Oh.
That's probably what she's done if she can't see doodling pad.
Yeah, well, main thing is just focus on the driving and...
be safe.
Not to let things distract you.
So Pentagon scientists have developed a microchip that detects imaginary diseases before the symptoms when placed under the skin.
If you're doing this, I need to play the drum. Alright, there we go. Now do your story. That's for the benefit of the audience, because you can't hear that sound.
We just did it. It was something that Nordic put in there yesterday.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I played the news flash.
Oh, this one. How about this one?
I'm retarded?
Oh, boy.
Ziggy,
that's
what am I doing?
That's why it's like being in nationalism online.
Oh, I've got another drop here I haven't used. 6 seconds long. Let's try it. Right. Imagination drop.
Imagination.
Yeah, that was it. That was exactly what it is. That's the audience's benefit, because sounds...
Gyrospastic.
Well, look, I am clinically retarded, so you can't expect me to figure out how to route sound both to Discord and to the
was that you that Sam jumped into in Quantum Leap? Then was it?
Yeah, I'm actually a 60-year-old retard from America on the TV show.
Nice.
I really liked Quantum Leap. Did he ever get back home in the end?
I think he did, actually. I think they did finish it. But do you remember the ones with the Dark Leaper? There was actually a Dark Leaper, so she was like the evil version of Sam.
Oh, what? Where
she's going around and doing history.
Ah. Yeah. And she's a woman, and she's like fucking with people.
I think it was a woman, yeah.
So it's a woman that's like breaking up relationships and fucking with people and like stirring shit up. That's like stereotypical. That's bad writing. That is. That's not very imaginative. Yeah. I don't approve of that. No.
You remember the ones that were really funny, where he was a woman and he had to wear woman's clothes because they were really funny because he was a woman.
Yeah, it's funny because what's up? Back in the day, that was.
Hey, she's here.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to?
Oh, hear me?
I can hear you.
Yep, we can hear you.
Ah.
All right. I'm in my car, so sorry if it cuts out.
That's all right. I'm going to tell you my anecdote about apricot jam again.
Okay.
Yep. So, talking with Mum about a woman in France, name's not important, and I said, she's a better cook than I am, and my mum said, yeah. Do you remember her mum?
Was her name Nicole, I bet? Do you remember? Papa? Nicole? Do you remember the Papa Nicole adverts for the Clio?
Ironically enough, these are both Renault, because Renault's now doing the Renault Zoe. But yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, call her Nicole then.
Yeah, so Nicole... but anyway, Nicole's mum, she used
was
to...
her papa always trying to find her?
Yeah.
Papa? Nicole?
Well, she knew where she was. She was in our garden harvesting apricots from the tree, and she'd say, "Oh, I've made."
You mean scrumping? She was scrumping her.
Yeah, she'd scrump some apricots from the tree, and then she'd make a jam with it. But the best thing about
when Lister said about when he used to go scrumping, he used to go scrumping for cars.
Yeah, it's not quite the same, is it? But anyway. her jam would also. She would actually take the apricot stones out, like the kernel out.
Kernel.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And she'd cook the jam with that, so it had that lovely almond taste, which I've not had in any other jam. And I just think, I was talking to my mum and said, hey, that's Latriol, the natural chemotherapy. And I was going to say, have you heard about it?
That's high in B17.
I know one part of it's cyanide.
High in B17.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
actually buy capsules with it in there. Yeah, you can buy capsules of the like powdered apricot kernels that contain the good stuff, not the cyanide, but you can actually buy that. So that's, I take that as well.
You say that, but I'll have you know that it actually that does contain cyanide, but it contains another drug as well. And when I've done this job, I'm going to actually look it up, because what it is, it's these two poisons, which when they combine together are much more toxic. But it's all locked up in a protein with an enzyme on it, and the enzyme only unlocks if there's a cancerous cell in your body, and then it injects the poison into it. So it's like it's a targeted chemotherapy. And I'm going to put my name. Yeah, and it's the thing is, it's not guaranteed to work, because a friend of mine, she had breast cancer, and she went to Mexico for some B17 injections, and she went on. She did like a special diet, but no, unfortunately the cancer metastasized, and she was in a lot of pain towards the end of her life.
On a lighter note, Spacey Tracy says Quantum Leap is still good. Not many older programs hold up. Quantum Leap was alright as long as he didn't leap into a coon, because then he was like all simping for coons then, weren't he?
Yeah. But it was good, and it had that other guy in it. That was his advisor.
Dean Stockwell.
Dean Stockwell's a really good actor, right? I've not seen a show with Dean Stockwell in it which I didn't like. And he's also Dr. Wellington Yue in June. Very good in that role.
Oh fuck, I can't remember who he was, but he was in Beverly Hills Cop 3 as well.
Was Dean Stockwell in...
Eddie Murphy.
Was Dean Stockwell in Paris, Texas?
No, I've never seen it. Should you have a look at Dean Stockwell's IMDb?
Yeah, go on then, because my dad likes Paris, Texas. He likes Ry Cooder's music. Buena Vista Social Club.
Have you seen? Oh, what's the what's his name? I'm fucking blanking. Bruce Willis film. The Bruce Willis film that's the remake of For a Few Dollars More.
I didn't know.
Last Man Standing. Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing. That's got a Ry Cooder soundtrack as well, Hobbit.
Oh, okay. I might have to check that out. I didn't know Bruce Willis was in any westerns.
It's not. It's set in Prohibition era.
Oh, okay.
So, it's the same. It's because it's the same plot. Is it Yojimbo? It's the same plot.
I think it's like the same as so he's like instead of samurai, it's these two bootleggers. So you have like the Irish and the Italian mob fighting them in like a western town. It's pretty good.
You know, he was in this.
It's got the geezer from Warriors come out and play.
Oh yeah, Christopher Walken's in it.
That's Christopher Walken? No.
Yeah,
Christopher Walken's in it as well.
No, I was going to say Christopher Walken's not the Warriors come out and play guy. He's good.
I can't remember that dude's name, but he's in it. Yeah. It's got some decent actors in it.
Bruce Willis has been in a lot of interest. He was in 12 Monkeys, which, like all Terry Gilliam films, gives me a headache. But he was also in Surrogates, which is like a low-budget but better Avatar. You ever seen Surrogates?
Shit, Dean Stockwell was in Mission Impossible, the TV series, in 1973.
Yeah, Dean Stockwell's been he's been around, mate.
Streets of San Francisco. I bet Donnie knows that one.
Been around like Tommy's arsehole.
You're getting real sneaky there, ain't you, Hemi?
It's been around, but it's not he's not the size of a dinner plate like Toppy's arsehole.
No. Doesn't leave a snail trail.
It's not in the chat tonight. Has he not appeared as one of his like 37 alt accounts?
He keeps messaging.
Now he's been accepted back into PA. He's
Mark Collett told Toppy that he shouldn't have had Phil on.
I'm allowed to be on the
Yeah.
Provided I behave myself, I'm allowed on.
Okay.
Phil's not allowed on the Nintendo because he plays Sega and Phil's mum told him Sega's for naughty kids. What is it with all these cars in France going like, oh, it's prioritaire à droite? Fuck off, it is.
He's been in 2 episodes of Columbo.
Oh, okay.
One episode of Canon. An episode of the Tales of the Unexpected.
Okay, on top, he's been busy, hasn't he?
Yeah, this is
Dean Stockwell. Dean Stockwell was also in the A-Team. Yes, he was in Paris, Texas.
Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah, Paris, Texas is a good. Wow, I say it's a good film.
He was Walt Henderson.
I'll tell you what, the music is. It's one
To
of those.
Live and Die in LA. Isn't Rutger Hauer in that?
Oh, that's a great movie, Hemmett. You have to watch To Live. It's about Willem Dafoe is like a money launderer, and Bill Peterson's in it too.
Okay, I might.
It's like a real action-packed one.
Yeah, I think I need to watch a bunch of Dean Stockwell movies, and Live and Die in LA sounds like what.
John Turturro's in it as well. Who else? Steve James is in it as well. Steve James, he's the isn't he like a kung fu guy?
I think so.
Robert Downey Sr.'s in it as well.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, he was in Predator 2, Morton Downey, I think, the talk show host.
Alphabet Cat says Dean Stockwell was in Paris, Texas, and he was in the Pink Panther.
He's probably in the shitty remake, isn't he?
Wait.
He was in Blue Velvet as well, and an episode of Miami Vice.
Velvet, do.
Oh, he was Chip Kane in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
This film is really disturbing. Have you ever seen Blue Velvet?
No, I haven't.
It's horrible.
The Time Guardian, which sounds like a great film.
Well,
Shall we see what that is?
I tell you now, Blue Velvet, it's got Top Cat, and he's abusing this hooker, and he's got a nitrous habit, and so he gets high on nitrous and then starts beating her. And I think Carl McLachen's in it because David Lynch just loves Carl McLachen and has him in as many films as possible.
Yeah.
And he's like. He falls in love with the whore.
He also played Howard Hughes in Tucker and the Man in His Dream.
Oh, Howard Hughes. He was in The Rocketeer as well. Is he like some sort of aviation pioneer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's piss in bottles. He lived in a hermetically sealed.
He played someone called Duke Nukem in Captain Planet and the Planeteers.
Really?
Wow.
Oh,
that's crazy.
That is no relation to the base
game.
No, I don't think it is. But yeah, he played.
Hail to the king, baby. Oh man, that is so good. I hated Captain Planet. That was a shit cartoon.
He was also in Quantum Leap. His full name in it was Admiral Al Calavici.
What? Admiral?
That's Al's full name in Quantum Leap.
So, like, I assume Admiral's not a rank, and it was just like, is Caravici, his mum's like, it's a boy, what are you going to call him? Not Mario. We're going to call him Admiral. Yes. That's almost just like when, what's her name? Sam Hyde's like, I'm going to have a son, I'm going to name U.S. Marine Hyde. That's going to be his name, U.S. Marine Hyde. He's going to join the Marines, and when they say, what's your name, soldier? He's a sailor. He's gonna be. My name's it's U.S. Marine Hyde. Sam.
He was also in Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman.
Is it just me? But I don't. I mean, okay, I might get lynched before this, but I don't think Sam Hyde's that funny.
I've never watched it. I've never watched a single bit of Sam Hyde.
I mean, the memes about Sam Hyde being involved at every mass casualty event are funnier than Sam Hyde himself.
Funny when he's like a...
Hello.
Oh, hey, Fluffy.
Yeah.
Hello.
And as soon as I reverse this trailer, we're going to have a little bit more content. So I'll play my little bit of content thing for the audience, and then I'm going to talk about...
I haven't finished yet. I'm only at 1995 with Dean Stockwell's career.
When did he die?
Still alive.
Is he?
Oh shit, he was in Unabomber, The True Story.
Oh, do you want a Netflix?
What?
Yawn chippy meech.
The Unabomber Netflix series.
That was pretty good.
No, it's one from It's a TV movie from 1996.
Oh.
Because there's a series on Netflix about the Unabomber, which is pretty good.
Richard Jewell.
Is that Ted Kaczynski?
No,
Yeah,
Richard Jewell.
Oh, he was Tim Drake in Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. Return of the Joker's really good. Has anyone ever seen that one?
Is that one of the 1990s films?
2000. No, it's Batman Beyond, you know, with Terry McGinnis. There's like the Joker comes back into the Batman Beyond thing. That's a really good movie, that is.
I think I watched the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and I was like, yeah, this is crap. I don't want to watch Batman anymore.
Oh, he was in Star Trek Enterprise as well. I'm sure that was something to do with what's his name, wasn't it?
Star Trek.
Sam.
Oh yeah, Sam Neill.
No, what's his name?
Yeah, the captain.
Didn't Toffee
Yeah,
do
it's
like
not Sam Neill.
a Batman meme of himself the other day with his George Winton Rockwell head on it? It's like, we know what you look like, you fag. Why don't you just put your real face on it? Like,
And real name. Why is he being such a coward?
yeah, why don't you just use your real name, you coward?
Why are you being such a cowardly simp?
Show your face. You know.
Everybody knows what your full name is and where you live, because Flossie's passed it around.
Apparently, yeah. I've passed some address that I don't have. Yeah. I don't know where he lives. Like.
The anonymous funny avatar mate. She's
I'm an anonymous living avatar. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I don't want psychos like top
Because of fucking sickos like Tuffy.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to get like, you know, fucking. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's capable of.
What's the big gay area up there anyway? It's like the
Manchester Village.
Oh, Canal Street. Canal Street's like where all the gay bars are.
The Village, boy.
Yeah,
got
2015, Dean Stockwell died. Hobbit.
Rest in peace, Dean. Oh, that's it. He died in the Great Celebrity Die-Off, where John Carpenter was supposed to die, but apparently he's alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's got to do They Live too. I want to see that.
Really? Yeah. Oh, does that mean there's going to be like an investigation team get sent to Antarctica and then hilarious consequences? Like me trying to park this trailer and I can't do it, so I'm going forward. Alright, let's try. Bit too.
What else happened today? Anything?
I don't think so. I've been busy all day, to be honest.
I made cherry pie this morning.
I think I'm gonna have to just I'm just gonna have to take the sheen off of Dean Stockwell, because he is an avowed environmentalist and he campaigned for the Democratic Party in the 1992 US presidential election.
So I'm an environmentalist.
Yeah, but he's a shit environmentalist because he campaigned for the Democratic Party. Oh, Scott Bakula. It was Scott Bakula played Sam,
that's it. Wait, for some reason I want to call him Sam Neill.
What, the guy that was in Jurassic Park?
Hang on, isn't Sam Neill in the MacGyver?
Sam Neill was Damien. He'll only ever be Damien to me, because that was the first film I ever saw him in.
Sam Neill. He's an Aussie, isn't he?
Who's the guy? Who's the guy that plays MacGyver then? That one.
Oh, isn't his name Stockwell or something?
He's Canadian.
Yeah.
He was in Stargate as well. He replaced Kurt Russell's character in the TV series. I thought he did better than Kurt Russell, actually. Sorry, Kurt Russell, if you're listening. I know you are. But Stargate was not your best. Yeah. Kurt.
Who was the plays the main guy in Stargate?
I'm just looking at
Richard Dean Anderson.
Richard Dean Anderson, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's MacGyver. I always thought like oh shit. I pressed enter by mistake. Oh well, never mind. And yeah, there was a bit of damage to the trailer because coaches and lorries kept driving into me, bastards. Right. So now I've calmed down.
No, you can avoid them, Hobbit.
They were driving into me. I can't avoid them if they drive into me. So, now, content. This is going to be some... There we go.
James, Spader. Sorry,
Right,
I'm like
so-
behind on the.
No, I'm going to go...
No,
Lynn-
James Spader was the film. We're talking about the TV
Yeah.
series. I think.
Oh,
MacGyver.
I never watched that.
Oh, did you know MacGyver's first name is Angus?
Angus
No,
MacGyver.
Anderson came to fame in the lead role of Angus MacGyver in the hit television series MacGyver.
Angus Mooch.
Angus MacGyver, Meech. There's that new MacGyver now, isn't there? With
Okay.
him
The
out of
new
the
MacGyver.
X-Men films.
So
He must do
got him out
safe
of the
stuff.
X-Men films. Yeah.
So, okay, I'm getting these terms mixed up. So there's Amygdala.
Did you know Henry Winkler was an executive producer of MacGyver?
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's like a big producer everywhere.
Oh, interesting. So amygdalin is a natural substance that's found in raw nuts like almonds and the seeds occur on many fruits, particularly apricots. It's also present in lima beans, clover, sorghum, and many other things. Vitamin B17 is the name given to this substance by Dr. Ernest T. Krebs, Jr., a man who first identified amygdalin. He called it a food component. Food components are natural, not toxic. Except it is toxic. That's the thing. But it's a specialised toxin. Latreel is the concentrated purified form of amygdalin developed for use in the laboratory and cancer treatments. Latreel therapy combines amygdalin with other factors to create potent treatment that claims... Alright, so maybe I'm getting this... Because, like, the first time I read this was, like, 22 years ago, so knowledge is a bit rusty. But I heard there was a natural substance in peach and apricot stones that's actually toxic. It contains cyanide and something else. And it's got an enzyme, so it latches onto a cancerous cell.
You know, there were 7 series of MacGyver.
Yes, and I've only watched series 1, so... Oh, here we go. The first... right, so the enzymes of amygdalin is made up of glucose plus 2 potentially toxic... Well, not potentially, 2 substances that are toxic. Benzyl aldehyde and hydrogen cyanide. So, in the early days of latreel research, it was assumed that cyanide was the major cancer-killing molecule, but now many researchers believe it's the benzyl aldehyde that is the primary reason cancers go.
That's what I've read.
So, healthy cells contain the enzyme rhodanase. Rhodanase is believed to protect the cells by neutralizing the benzyl aldehyde and cyanide in the amygdalin, converting them to useful nutrient compounds, including thiocyanate, which is known as a natural regulator of blood pressure and is also involved in the production of vitamin B12. Interesting. However, it's believed that cancer cells do not have rhodanase. Instead, they have an enzyme called beta-glucosidase. So that's why cancer feeds on sugar. Beta-glucosidase unlocks the benzyl aldehyde and cyanide from the glucose to create a targeted poison that kills the cancer cell. So there you go. And that's. There's another theory regarding the way the body is believed to fight cancer, and that's related to latreel through the power of a healthy immune system. You're filled with billions of white blood cells. People normally produce 100 billion new white blood cells a day. That's a lot. These cells attack and destroy...
Flaxseed oil and manioc.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
One of the chemotherapy drugs that I had was actually is from a natural. It's got a natural origin, and they actually use specific yew tree to make that chemotherapy drug. So some of them are
because
actually from natural sources.
The seeds of the yew tree are deadly poisonous to humans, but apparently the fruit of them is edible. Hey, what's another thing? So there's another, like, I mean, I hope I never get to that situation in my life, but due to the fact that I've got no gallbladder, I'm at increased risk of getting bowel cancer, so that's something to look forward to down the road. But if I do, and I'd be like, okay, so you're a doctor, you're practicing medicine, right? And you're going to say chemotherapy. Right, I want to do this chemotherapy. You're going to inject me with sodium bicarbonate. Like, normal sort of like, there's an artery and you've put the catheter in it and you're doing your chemotherapy. Except this, I just want sodium bicarbonate and distilled water. And it's like, look, if it doesn't work and I die, then, I was going to die anyway because I fucked up. But if I live, then great, maybe it's worth looking into, because I tell you what, sodium bicarbonate's a lot cheaper than these other chemo drugs.
Oh yeah, Well, like the one that the one I was just saying about, the one that they get from the Pacific yew tree, they've actually come up with a synthetic version of that, which is a lot more expensive, and they try and get everybody to use that one. But what they don't tell you is that it's like got significantly more risks associated with it. It's way more toxic.
Isn't it?
And generally, like the original like, you know, one from the natural sources is way more effective.
It's almost like there's buffer agents and enzymes in there which are beneficial.
Yeah.
I mean,
they market it being more effective and more pungent than the original, but it turns out it's not. It turns out
So, King Edward says Top Cat is the British baked Alaska.
Oh no!
Yeah, he really is.
Kind of insulting baked Alaska, to be honest.
That's horrible. I'm not
baked
happy.
Manchester. Call him baked Manchester.
This is nasty. But so here's a bit of a tangent related to this drug.
Does that mean Charlie Big Potatoes is Chaggot then?
Oh my god.
Disavow all of this stuff. But so I'm told coca leaves on their own are fairly benign, and there's this train where they go up the Andes Mountains, and like the locals are just chewing coca leaves to deal with the headaches from altitude sickness. But cocaine in its powder form is quite bad for you and will shorten your life expectancy and you get heart attacks. So it's almost like you got like sugar in the form of honey, and if I eat honey I don't get heartburn, but if I have stuff with loads of sugar in it I'll get heartburn. So it's I think there's something to be said for like maybe you shouldn't refine stuff, maybe like the compound as it is, just purify it a bit and try to keep it as close to intact as possible, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, refined sugar is a massive problem. Like refined sugar is worse than just, you know, natural pure cane sugar, like raw cane sugar. Or like I've actually been having coconut sugar lately, which is actually really nice.
I've never tried. I've seen it, but I just thought, no, I'll stick with.
Isn't coconut oil supposed to be really bad for you?
Oh, they say that because it's got.
No, they say that, but it's not. It's actually really healthy.
It's got saturated fat. The thing is, I use coconut oil in the same way I use lard, but.
Is that it? I thought there was actually something really wrong with it.
No, there's just it's saturated fat is bad for you, but it's medium chain fatty acids, and apparently those are really beneficial. But lard is cheaper. Lard does the same job coconut oil does, so. I use lard in my cooking. I like coconut oil. It smells really nice as well. And I will use it, but I'm happy using lard. And lard contains vitamin D, unlike coconut oil, which does not.
But you can just go outside, like, you can literally just go and sit in the garden.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been doing today. I've been having... I had shandy yesterday and I had rum and coke today, and with ice cubes.
I'm literally just barbecuing everything at the minute. I even did like a full English on the barbecue this morning.
Black puddings on the barbie. I'm intrigued by this.
I didn't do black pudding. I did so it was just like sausage egg.
Just to fry up.
Yeah,
how did you do an egg? How does it not like fall through the gaps?
Well, the other panel. You know my panel. The other panel on the right hand side. You can flip it upside down. And it's like a flat griddle.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So you can do eggs on there.
Yeah. I must admit, I'm not particularly keen on fried eggs. I'd rather have scrambled or poached.
Yeah, I like scrambled.
Oh, a scrambled with loads of butter and milk. That's.
Gotta be there's nothing better than a sunny side up fried egg.
What's the variance on frying eggs? Because I've only ever heard sunny side up, and
we do sunny side up or you flip. Or is it over easy when you just flip them?
Eggs are over easy. Yeah.
Eggs Benedict.
Otherwise, I hate eggs.
Oh, I like eggs Benedict.
Poached eggs.
Oh, Flossie will
in a basket.
Flossie will never appreciate the joy of making a cake dough, a cake batter, and then just like eating half of it before you bake the rest. I'd much rather eat like the cake.
I have done that when I was a kid and stuff, and before I stopped eating eggs.
I still do.
Don't like eggs.
No, neither
don't
do
like them.
No, that's it. Because earlier on, Nordic and I were talking about bodybuilding, and there was all this like stuff like, oh yeah, you can eat all this raw
the raw
food.
egg talk.
Yeah, and it was just like, the only way I'll have raw egg if it's mixed with flour, sugar, and butter. Maybe a bit of vanilla extract and all.
Like cake dough.
Yeah, literally just like, give me cake batter. I eat that raw and I'm happy.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, the other thing as well, it occurred to me, like, I was making a cake and I put butter, I put flour and sugar in, and I just mixed it all up in the food processor. I was lazy, I didn't want to like melt the butter. And I was like, I'm missing something here. I was eating the dough and I was like, I've just made raw shortbread. And I put some salt in there, and I was like, oh, this is actually really good. And I thought, yeah, maybe I should add some eggs now. And I added the eggs, and it was actually pretty... Oops, I've just damaged the fifth wheel. Never mind.
Do you like shortbread, though?
Oh, I love shortbread. Yeah. But you add eggs to it, and you've just made cake. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Eggs are a superfood, says Uno.
Eggs...
They are, aren't they? They're like a mega fast food, aren't they?
Eggs
really good
are
fast food, aren't
second only to black pudding in terms of nutritional content, because they got everything in it a chicken needs to live. So, but black pudding is easier to digest than egg, or well, blood. But
how about gone off duck eggs that have the embryos in that are soaked in piss?
What, boys' piss?
That's just.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's Chinese medicine, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, have you seen? There's sorry to get a bit gross, but what's wrong about like based Eastern medicine and all the wisdom they can teach us?
There's actually I've got to look it up again. But the latest 14 times, nearly said the wrong one. The latest 14 times, there's They got some highlights from the Gross Food Museum. I think it might be that Tuesday.
Oh, have they got the Korean poo wine?
Yeah, Korean poo wine's mentioned in there.
Koreans are so based, Phil. Did you not know about this? Is like medicine. You get like poo from a child, and you mix it with rice wine, and there you've just made Korean poo wine, and it's a health tonic over there.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
That
sounds really healthy.
There was a Jap journalist for Vice who went over to Korea to do it, and they got like a poo museum with like a golden turd at the front of it, and so they made some.
Would you try it?
Yeah, she drank some of this poo wine, and like 5 minutes later she was violently ill, and vomiting in the street, and there was these. Yeah, there's these. Yeah, I know, it's amazing, right? You drink some. You drink some fermented human feces with alcohol, and it makes you violently ill. It
sounds like you're not meant to eat poo, isn't it? It's like it's almost like it's not supposed to be eaten.
I tell you what,
to cook with it.
Yeah, that's cow dung maybe, but
mouldy poo makes it even worse, doesn't it?
Oh, lovely. Yeah. You know what? I think what we can learn from the Koreans is not to do anything the Koreans do. I'm sorry, Phil, but Koreans...
anyway, apparently the point of this like gross food museum is that like all food cultures are equal.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's the lesson to be learned. Like Korean poo wine is just as valid as black pudding or a full English, isn't it?
Yeah, or baked...
more so.
There'll be Americans on Telegram going like baked beans on toast is just as gross as Korean poo wine.
How can anyone say baked beans on toast is disgusting?
Apparently, Americans think it's really funny. It's like, LOL, English have baked beans for breakfast. They're so dumb. Look at them. They just have baked beans. Well,
baked beans are a great food. You can have them anytime, can't you?
Baked beans with dinner.
It's like the easiest go-to meal ever. Like beans on toast.
Yeah.
Like a whole can of beans, just some toast.
I must admit,
that's like a meal. That's filling.
You know,
I introduced Hobbit to Italian tomatoes with breakfast, didn't I?
Well, you would like a fry up with peeled tomatoes. Yeah, that's quite nice. Normally I have baked beans with it, but I think I'll do tinned tomatoes with them. That's good, that.
Yeah, it's quite nice, that is.
I was actually thinking... I did sausages for breakfast, and I was actually thinking of having some tinned tomatoes with them, but I foregoed that. But yeah, no, I tell you what I do like is cheese beano, where you get grated cheese with the beans on toast, and then you got the, it's like cheese on toast with beans on toast, and it's cheese beano. Cheese beano's great. Cheese beano is probably one of the best northern foods. ever. Well, I mean, the like Toad in the Hole is also really good as well, but yeah. Yeah, no, these
I
great.
haven't done a baked bean toast. I might do a cheese and baked bean toasty in the new sandwich toaster.
Well, yeah, you're going to make a cheese beano. That's what you're making.
Oh, is that a cheese beano, is it?
Yeah, you're making like beans on toast. You put grated cheese on it. There, cheese beano.
Oh, you ever chucked a beaten egg in beans? That's quite nice.
Yes, but I'd rather have like when I'm making Welsh rabbit, I use an egg yolk and mix that with the grated cheese, and then it's like it's very rich, and I like that. That's good. That stuff. I like using what I believe the Americans call sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar? Is that cheddar?
It's
cheddar. Mature cheddar.
It's what we call crumbly cheddar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's slightly sour. And,
yeah, I like that. I like it when you have like a really mature one. It has the little bits in it.
Oh, when it's chalky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That is.
Like the brain cheese. I remember somebody doing that on Bizarre Foods.
Winston.
You can't beat double Gloucester is the best melted cheese.
What about Cheshire cheese? That's all crumbly.
In terms of best melted cheese, I'm going to say it's Gruyere, but because that.
You ever tried melted double Gloucester?
Yeah, and I'm going to say Gruyere is the best melted cheese. I mean, it's the one you use for fondue, unless I'm thinking of Gouda.
I find Wensleydale's a bit useless because you can't grill it or melt it or anything, can you, really?
It's a bit... Am I right in thinking that's the one which, like, for Christmas they stud with apricots? Or cranberry?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. Like, I was telling like my relatives across the pond that for Christmas we do cheese studded with fruit, and I brought some over, and I was like, "Oh, this is disgusting." Very next day, I'm taken to like a well, they don't have Boxing Day, but a Boxing Day dinner with my great aunt, and they're doing white pudding, and it's got apricots and cranberry stud in it. I was like, so you're telling me you don't want fruit studded cheese, but you'll happily eat like fruit studded black pudding? Because they also do boudin noir with cherries.
That sounds great.
Oh, actually, you know, I tell you what, the boudin noir with cherries was delicious. It was one of
I don't know, I'm a bit like your mate. I don't like savoury with cherry. I don't like sweet with savoury.
Yeah, John Shuttleworth.
I don't like sweet and savoury together. It's gross. Wrong.
What about like
The only time I will allow it is chocolate covered pretzels.
Yeah.
That's
but that's like a bit like salted caramel chocolate, isn't it? That's why it's good. But no, I mean, like for example, see, we wouldn't have like say roast pork with stewed apples.
Oh, Red Leicester is definitely an underrated cheese. I think it's criminally underrated, Red Leicester.
I need to go on this one. I quite like Yarg. Have you ever had Yarg? It's from Cornwall. It's wrapped in nettle leaves, and I brought that over because like they're snobs over in France, and they liked Yarg.
Winston says white pudding is gross. Black pudding is overcooked. Is amazing.
No, but overcooked black pudding is you're literally eating dried scabs. Then that's not nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Sorry to be like pedantic about what black pudding is, but you want it to be succulent and juicy. You don't want it to be dry and crumbly. That's not nice. But yeah, no, that's the beans on toast and black pudding is just as gross as Korean poo wine or the African mosquito burger. Have you seen the African mosquito burger?
Oh my god, no.
You get a bunch of mosquitoes in the net, squish them together so they form a puck, like a hockey-sized puck, and then you fry it. There, mosquito burger.
Oh, it's almost as delicious as mud cake.
Well, I mean, like a while ago, HSBC were promoting that thing like where they got like locusts in some goose country, and then just catching them in nets, putting them on skewers like a kebab, and then they're giving like this little goot girl an insect kebab, and she turns her nose up at it, and everyone's like, yeah, because you're trying to give this girl little like fried bugs. And then like the insect food vendor's like, oh, where's my manners? So he sprinkles some hundreds and thousands on them and then hands it to her, and then she's smiling and tucks in. I'm just like, that's fucking disgusting. Of course HSB says like, oh, we understand cultures around the world, that's why you should bank with us, because we get it. It's just like, no. How about you understand the English culture, that we don't want to see that sort of shit? Fuck off.
Do you want to eat bugs? No, thank you.
Well, what about shrimp? Because a lot of people like eating shrimp. I don't, but...
Jumping shrimp salad, Hobbit.
Yeah, I've had prawn cocktail before, but, I mean, like, no. It's one of those things...
Well, I'm off to bed, lads. I'll catch you later.
Oh, shit, it's 9:30. I didn't realise.
Nearly 9:30, yeah.
Okay, Donnie, what was the name of that, Live and Die in LA?
You Live and Die in LA.
Ah, right, okay, so you know what, I think we might do it to the third hour, because I've got another 650 kilometres to go. So we'll see how we go. If you guys want to hang out, so much the better, because, you know, I haven't spoken with you guys in a while, and, you know...
What langoustines taste like?
Is that crayfish? Like the small crayfish?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I've had those, and I don't... So here's the thing, right? I don't know about you, but, like, there's a lot of people that talk about shrimp farming and aquaponics and doing it inland, and then you can sell wholesale to restaurants and make loads of money, and it's like, yeah, but I'm not interested in growing shrimp. So then I got, well, hang on, I like oysters. So I looked up oyster farming. You need to do it on the coast because you need access to plankton. But yeah, in the UK, it's actually one of those things that's quite easy to get into. And the reason I say it's, compared to like other forms of farming, it's easy to get into. By law, if you're commercially harvesting native English oysters, the ones that have got that traditional oyster shell design, you can only harvest them by hand. You can only go in a sail ship or a rowboat to get them, and when you're because they do them in like nylon cages on chains, you can bring up the chains using a hand winch, and that's about as much mechanization as you're allowed. So it's labor intensive. It takes about 5 years to grow an English oyster, and they're filter feeders, so they just feed on plankton, and they clean an area of seawater. So I'm thinking to myself, that may be something I want to do down the line when I have capital. So yeah, there's me being an evil capitalist, saying that I want to do this stuff.
I've seen them though, because I remember Mr. Bean used to do a skit where they play with his food, and they were langoustines, and I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah,
I know the one you're on about. Yeah. Oh, that's it. It's the Mr. Bean movie where he's in that beautiful thing in that cafe in Paris in the train station, and like the way to interpret his as, oh, you want the seafood salad platter. And so he just hands him this beautifully presented but rather gross platter of seafood and shellfish.
Like it spits in some lady's purse.
Yeah. What was it? I was talking with my mum. I mean, I've had mussels as well, because it's like, well, okay, I'm supposed to be Belgium, and they have moulet and frites, as they call it. So I didn't have moulet and frites. No, I had really disappointing mussels in garlic butter sauce, and I was like, yeah, this is just chewy and rubbery, and I don't like it. And it tasted garlic butter, and I mean, garlic butter on bread is nice, but garlic butter on anything else is just like snails in garlic butter. No thanks. But moulet and frites is, yeah.
Do you like escargot?
No, I just said I've had snails and I didn't like it. But moulet and frites, they do the mussels in white wine, and then they serve them with chips. And I was thinking, I've looked at the recipes and like, yeah, I'd eat that. That looks good. So I'm still going to have mussels and chips. But the one I really love is just oysters, bit of brine in the oyster, and you just sprinkle some lemon juice on that. And yeah, you can swallow it down if you're feeling squeamish, or you can chew on them and go, oh yeah, that actually tastes really good. And I'm not sure why it came as a surprise to me, but oysters are a mollusk, so like snails, like mussels, they are molluscoid. Octopus is molluscoid as well. I don't like octopus.
Calamari though. Calamari's pretty good.
Is that octopus or is that squid?
Squid.
Squid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen deep fried calamari, and I thought it was an onion ring. I bit into it, and I was like, oh, "This is a bit." No, that was it. I was in the Chinese restaurant, and the chef he was making some calamari, and other people were turning their noses up at it, and I was like, "Hey, you just giving out food?" He says, "Yeah, you want some? You want some?" It's like, "Yeah, sure. You got any?" And then, so there's a bit of sweet chili dip put out, and dipped into it. And I was chewing it. I was like. And he could see I was like frowning, and he was laughing at the time. I was like, "This isn't an onion ring, is it?" And then, like, you know, ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, onion ring, ching chong, ching chong. And he was like, "Ah ha ha! No, it's not onion ring, it's calamari." And I was like, that tastes like seafood. Yeah, it's seafood.
Are the Chinese renowned for their onion rings? I don't know.
Well, the funny thing with the Chinese and Chinese food is that's like a Western adaptation which they made for us. So there are in China, and I think this is brilliant, Chinese restaurants serving Western Chinese food to the Chinese, and it's really popular. But then again, I mean, if you're serving like garlic chicken, I mean, like present company accepted, who doesn't like garlic chicken or garlic chips? Garlic chips, garlic chicken, loads of MSG, and those lovely bits of green pepper. Oh, I'm dribbling. I want some garlic chicken. I've got some chicken in the freezer. I could defrost that for tomorrow, and yeah, I can make some garlic chicken. I've got some green. Have I got any green chilies left? Did I chop them all up? No, I've got some green Thai curry paste, so yeah. Alright, tomorrow I'm doing fried chicken. There we go, it's sorted.
Oh, I love Thai curry.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like veggie Thai curry, but I do love Thai curry.
Well, I suppose...
But in Thailand, it's way spicier than like, we have over here.
Oh, wow.
Red or green?
Green chilies, but there was a few red ones amongst the green chilies. But I just buy like a whole bag of them for £1.50, and then I spend the next like 2 hours chopping and de-seeding them, and that's why my fingers were burning yesterday. And funny enough, when you rub milk on where it burns, that does work. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Hemi said it's because the crystals of capsaicin are hook shaped, and when you put the milk on it, it dissolves them. And then I spoke with my lady friend. You wouldn't know her, she's on a different server, and she says, well, the capsaicin goes into this pain receptor site, and the milk also like takes up the pain receptor site. So what happens when you like pour milk on where the capsaicin had been is it blocks the pain signals from getting through, because it's taking up the bits which the capsaicin would go into. So there you go.
They always give you milk if you have spicy food.
I'm almost thinking to myself, like, what if I was to, I mean, coconut milk's different. You use coconut milk because if you use, like, cream with lime juice, it would curdle. But what if you, say, for example, did, like a vindaloo, actually. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. You put cream and loads of chilli together. I should try making a vindaloo.
And they had to like modify. They have to put CS tear gas in some of the mace because it doesn't work on some of the Caribbeans and the Indians when they get a little crazy over here.
Oh, they like. Oh man, just spray some more of that teriyaki sauce in my eyes. Yeah. Oh man, that feels good. Where's the jerk chicken? Now I can taste what I'm eating. Dom.
I noticed with like Indians as well, like they want things temperature hot too. So like you'll be in like big cafeteria at work and they'll get a boiling hot tea, but it's not hot enough, and they'll put it in the microwave for an extra minute. Yeah. And I'm like, well, how do you want it to be like above boiling temperature? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. They're like, oh yeah, it's not hot enough, and so they'll put it in the microwave even if it's come straight from the kettle and it's just been boiled.
dumb.
I wonder if that's
weird thing. I don't understand.
I wonder if it's something to do with the body's regulation of temperature, like they're used to eating hot things and hot drink as a way to maintain their body temperature during the hot. Because I do it when it's really hot. I'll go grab a coffee and it sort of regulates my body temperature.
I've heard people saying like a hot cup of tea on a hot day is refreshing, and I'm just like, or alternatively you could have like some pastis with ice cubes or rum and coke. Or you could have an ice lolly. I used to do that on really hot days in the factory. I was like, right, I'm going out to get some nuts and bolts. Literally would be going out to get nuts and bolts. And then as I came back, I'd buy like a Solero or like a Cornetto. And I just like hand them out. One of the guys was vegan, so I always just give him a fruit lolly, Clippo. And they'd always, it was like, right, down tools. Have a ciggy break if you want, and here's your company mandated. Used to come out of my personal funds, by the way. Here's your company mandated ice lolly.
Oh, chippies and shit.
Oh yeah, well, welcome to the after show. Top Cat timed up by Biarki. I'm sure that's. Hey, Biarki. You're censoring comments from people before I've read them. Oh, Biarki, tisk Biarki. That's a bannable offence. I mean, Top Cat started like doing that to people. I was like, Top Cat, you can't delete comments from people if I haven't read them.
Top Cat had the balls to have a go at me for having a sock account that I used, because obviously like I just had one sock account because like he'd blocked me or whatever. But I was like, okay, yeah, the man with 37 sock accounts is gonna have a go at me for having one. Okay.
Well, of course, there's no hypocrisy when he does it.
No.
So
never any hypocrisy with him.
370 kilometers to go. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. I didn't read anything out from Pink News, but I think considering that Pink News was in the news the other day, I think that.
Toppy's as gay as we need, really. I mean, can we get much gayer than Toppy? I don't think so.
Well, no, I'm just waiting for like Top Cat. When's your opinion piece going to be on Pink News? You know.
When's your home video of you and Charlie having some Greco-Roman wrestling coming out?
What is that? What you call like fisting a man's ass? Greco-Roman wrestling?
Apparently.
Let's fist again, like we did last summer. Oh. I'm sorry, chat.
He's a sad cat, isn't he? Very sad cat.
He is a melancholic drunk. Why would you pay to like consume a drug which makes you miserable? Why not just do some heroin? At least then you'll be like sleepy.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm advising Top Cat use heroin instead of alcohol. I'm sure that won't result in 2 addictions.
In Minecraft.
He's
also got the roid rage to deal with as well. So you know.
In the new Steam drug-taking simulator, the VR Experience Extravaganza, the killer app for VR.
Smack Kit.
I mean, I joke about a drug-taking VR experience, but have you ever seen that video? Like, I think they were doing it in Spain, where they were giving kids VR helmets and they were playing them like a stupid like fantasy video thing where they're getting injected with a vaccine. So like,
oh my god!
They're getting vaccinated, and then like on the VR, it's just like there's this fairy that comes to this arm. It's like, all right, and now here comes the magic, and this bit's, you know, it's gonna, and it's like they show this like the arm on the VR character is like glowing red, and like the technician which is administering the drug is like watching the video, so it's got the cue to like inject into the child when the thing happens, and they're saying, oh, because they're in the VR world, it's not as painful and it's not as stress inducing, and I'm just like, yeah, but that's like, I find saying about that sinister. So yeah.
Yeah, it's sinister. Yeah, it is sinister.
I'll tell you the best.
So it's not
have you ever
normal, is it?
Has anyone here used VR? Because I have, and I was impressed by it.
I have, yeah. My dad has a VR headset, and it's quite cool for like. So he has like a flight simulator, and and he has like this little cockpit set up, and it's really cool because you really do feel like you're flying a plane.
Has he got Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Probably, I don't know, but this was on the PlayStation.
Oh,
so,
no,
like,
that's not.
I've had to do it on there. But I played Doom with a VR headset as well, which is pretty good. So what else have I played? I played a few games with the VR headset. It is pretty good. You have to get used to it though. It can make you feel a bit. You do get a bit of motion sickness. Yeah. But once you get used to it.
The two things which I saw in VR which I really like, one of them is Google Street View. You're just doing a normal, like, here's like Street View from around the world, and you're just going around like various streets and stuff. That's really cool. And the other one is, it wasn't a game, it was more like an interactive like screensaver where I was on this sunken ship, and you could see all these like fish swimming about. And you could walk up to the railings of the ship, and you could actually look over the railings, so you could see like fish swimming below on the sea floor. And it was like, I actually got vertigo when I did that, because it's like, whoa, and I was like, this, and I said to, because I was like, there was a technician there, and I said, there's no actual like physical like banister here, is there? And it's like, no, if you lean forward, you will fall down. It's like, right, duly noted. But that was the thing, is like I knew I was just in an empty room with a headset on, but at the same time I was like, this is very immersive. Very immersive.
It does, it like totally takes over your senses, so you do feel like, even though you know in your head you're fine, you're in a room, it doesn't feel like that, does it? It feels like you do feel totally immersed in whatever it is that you're playing.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but how did I get trailer damage? I'm going on the straight road, I undercut that other lorry driver on the hard shoulder, and then I went back on the road and trailer damage. Well, did I run over a pebble or something? Or whatever. Yeah. No, it is, and that's the thing. I mean, VR is, I mean, like any new technology, it's a mixed blessing, and it can be used for both good and bad. And just like the idea, I mean, there is like drug-taking VR simulator, but like, oh no, actually no, that's a real thing, and they're doing it in Spain to kids when jabbing them.
Well, yeah, and obviously you can get like VR porn and stuff like that. You can get some really degenerate stuff, but I mean, if you've got like a flight simulator or just some sort of game thing, as long as you don't like spend all day every day doing it, if you just sort of do it occasionally for fun, it's like,
I'd like to do Euro Truck Simulator with a VR headset, so that when I move my head I can just like look from one window to the other. I mean, if I move my steering wheel, it moves the camera, which is good enough for me. But then I just thought, yeah, but I could also like do lorry driving in real life, and then when I move my head I can see out a different window. Mate, did you not see me? Is there like a new update where they just like make suicidal drivers? It's just like, I'm just gonna go into you, mate, fuck you. Hey, you're loaded. I'm gonna make the mechanics have... What the fuck? I mean, there I was.
Punish John Kelly, Euro Truck Dogging Simulator 1.
Sorry, I shouldn't... Oh no, that's a mistake. I was looking at the chat and I was about to veer into the Armco barrier, so nope, just look at the road ahead. I've got to say, I quite like this Volvo Globetrotter. 194 kilometers to go. Yeah, we'll just do it to the end of the hour, and then I'll say thank you to everybody watching. And
good idea, huh? But imagine if you had a drone, right? So you have a VR headset on. There's a drone flying above you, and all you can see is so you could like drive in third person.
Yes.
Imagine doing that.
I actually was, when I saw the reversing camera in the car for the first time, I thought, imagine if you had like a drone and you could have like a bird's eye view of your car, so as you're parking it, and you could just, it's like, it'd just be like the original GTA.
Yeah.
Now that would be interesting. So on the like the reversing camera, it's like a bird's eye view of your car, and then you're looking in the mirrors, and then you're looking at the car. I'll tell you what would be really good about that, because I don't know about you, but when I'm reversing or when I'm going into it, so I always think, oh no, I'm going to touch them. If I move another inch, I'm going to be hearing the crunch of bumpers. And then I get out of the car and it's like, you've got a
loads of room.
Yeah, there's loads of room. But if you had a bird's eye view, you could actually be like, oh no, I've got another 6 inches, I can just inch forward a bit more. Oh, that'd be really good. I can actually do that in the game. I think if I change... No, not that camera view. Not that camera view. Which one does it? One of the... I can change...
Oh, there you go.
So that's behind view, which is... I mean, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So there's that. Ah, there we go. There's bird's eye view. Which is not good for seeing in front of me, which is probably more important, but in terms... If I was reversing, I mean, this is what I'd like. Let's try and stay in the lines. But anyway, let's get back into it. So yeah, To Live and Die in LA, starring Rutger Hauer and Dean Stockwell. That sounds like a good film. Have you ever seen a Rutger Hauer film which it wasn't that good?
One where he has the necklace around his neck that's about to blow up. He's like in a jail with everybody. And if he leaves the jail, he blows up. Like his head blows up. Yeah.
That sounds like Fortress as well.
I think that was it.
Because every film I've seen Rutger Hauer in, I mean, I know the Dutch are scum, but Rutger Hauer, he is like probably the best Dutch.
Best Dutch.
Yeah. He's
worse Dutch.
No, he's all right Dutch. You know, I would say he's an honorary Belgian.
Here I've seen Blind Fury. That was okay.
Oh, Blind Fury's quite funny. Yeah.
Hobo with the Shotgun. I really did like that.
I tell you what, there are a few scenes in that which really squeaked me out though. I think you know what I'm on about. Towards the end. And there's also there's a scene right at the beginning of it as well, which is quite grim. But yeah, Hobo with Shotgun is a brilliant film. It's just I turn my gaze away at certain scenes.
They made a movie called Fatherland, which the Nazis win World War II. That did go over well with a lot of people.
For some reason the Dutch are able to do Nazi films. I'm not sure why, but like they do. And it's like, oh, you don't understand, guys. You see, we don't like Germans very much, so it's totally okay. And here's my co-director Ronald. He's also my lover.
Oh, he was in Salem's Lot? I didn't know that. Omega Doom.
You see, us Dutch, we're really cultured, you know. We have the Anne Franks, and we got Van Gogh, and we also have kids' TV where adults strip naked in front of kids, and they go, look at my Johnson. Yeah, that's we are very, very cultured here in the Netherlands. Would you like a tulip? Yeah, you smoke a tulip? Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, you've never been to Amsterdam. You've never been to.
That was a very long time ago.
You've never been to Amsterdam before. You smoked a tulip and now you're falling in the canal. Huh? That's pretty funny. My partner Ronald, he said they made him laugh. God, the Dutch are scum. I can't stand
I don't even know what they eat though. Like all I found when I was in Amsterdam, I mean, to be fair, it was a while ago, but
cheese
it was
toasties.
just like a load of falafel, toasties and falafel stands. That's all they seem to have.
Hey, you
McDonald's.
You want cheese toasty or you want ham and toasties? Ah, you're from England, right? Go crazy. Make the ham and cheese toasty. Mix it up.
Cheese and ham.
Cheese ham toasty. Yeah. Go crazy. Smoke some hashish and it'll taste good. Trust me. Yeah. The Dutch food is so bland.
How similar is like Belgian, like Flemish to Dutch? Are they like mutually intelligible?
If you ask the Flemish, worlds apart. If you ask anybody that's not a Dutch or Flemish speaker, they're like, that's the same language, right? It's just a different dialect. I can just about pick up a difference in the accents between a Flemish speaker and a Dutch speaker, but mate, I'm really, really hard pressed to do it. The thing is, I don't actually speak Flemish. My family were forced to. My grandmother, she could speak Flemish, but she would refuse to speak it, and it's like, she said, c'est dégoûtant. And she said it was like bringing up like a pound of phlegm every time you spoke, and she didn't want to do it.
Oh God.
It is a very guttural language. It's not the nicest thing to listen to. Yet despite that, I was in Antwerp a few years ago, and I was just walking around enjoying the scenery, and funny enough, Antwerp, that was founded by a giant. I could have mentioned that in the Giants episode. And I was just like walking past this cafe listening to like some women talk, and I was like, they almost sound like the French Belgians, but I don't understand any words they're saying. And it was weird. It was really like, hang on. And I saw, you know, when you're listening and you're trying to pick up on like something intelligible, but then it's like, Utskli, it's like all, and it's like, they're literally speaking double Dutch. Yeah, it's very unusual, because I'm listening to the accent and it sounds like this should make sense, but it don't. And the thing is, occasionally you listen to enough of it and you pick up a couple of words and you go, hang on, this is sort of halfway. Well, this is with Dutch, mind you, not Flemish. This is halfway between English and German, and I understand German a bit. And then it's like, this Dutch is like, it's actually, I don't think it would take me too long to learn it. And I think if ever I was, I would learn Dutch instead of Flemish, just so that if like I was speaking with my family and they'd be like, oh, no, let me correct you on your pronunciation. It's actually Utsklaker.
So do your family speak like French and Flemish and German? Or?
Let's see. I've got a few, but mind you, they study languages, so that's why they speak German. Some speak Italian, some Spanish, but nearly all of them speak French, and so that's the thing. Right, I think I'm not going here. Okay, shouldn't do this, but I'm going to reverse. I'm sorry, Mr. Look, if you don't get out of the way, I'm going to touch you, and it's your own fault. I'm moving. I'm reversing very slowly. You can see what I'm doing. Actually, let me just look out the window. I need to reverse a bit more. So let's just reverse a bit more. And he knows what I'm doing. I'm giving him plenty of time. If he doesn't want to get out of the way, it's his own fault. It's not me. Right, okay. That's enough for him. Oh, I see. Oh, what's the... No, mate. No.
Edam cheese is Dutch. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, Edam. Yeah. I think Gouda is as well, but Gruyère is the French one. And Gruyère, if it's the one I'm thinking of, because I get them and Gouda mixed up, it doesn't taste very good when raw. It's kind of like sweet and nutty, but when you mount it, it makes the best fondue. And it really is my favourite melted cheese. Right, so let's get this trailer in and I'm going to do a proper job.
Fondue melted cheese, you middle class can.
What? You don't want cheese on... You're telling me cheese on toast is middle class?
What, you put fondue cheese on on toast, Hobbit?
No, you dip like things...
Just grab me cathedral cheese.
I have to look up fondue.
I don't like Cathedral City cheddar. I'd much rather have Aldi do this brand called Collier's. It's Welsh cheddar. That's a good one. That is.
So you hate Aldi, but you're going to carry on propping up their business?
Oh no, I mean, just because I work for them and say they're absolute scumbags, but no, you see, whenever I go to Aldi, I'm perpetuating slavery and suffering of people I dislike, so that's okay. Because
what about Lidl?
Oh yeah, the same.
You know, I'm a Lidl fan.
Yeah,
Lidl gal.
I do like the baguette they do in Lidl, and they also do pomelo as well. So yeah,
Oh yeah, that big crew's great.
Yeah, really. I mean, nice thing about Lidl is I go there, I see staff which I used to work with. They're still there 6 years on, and I see the suffering, the dead soulless look in their eyes, and whenever I see that, I just smile and go, "You're still here and I got free. Ha ha ha." And then I ask them, it's like, "Oh, how's work?" And it's like, "Oh, it's fucking shit." I was like, "Yeah, tell me more about your suffering, please. Your tears bring great joy to me." It really is, because I just look at them and it's like, "Oh, well, I can't leave." And it's like, yeah, you can't actually leave, can you? Because being on the dole would be worse.
Don't they get paid like quite a
So
decent
how's
wage?
it?
Or...
In that case, Hobbit, how the fuck is it funny? If they've got no other choice but to work for a company that takes the absolute piss out of them, how's that funny to you?
Because I don't like them.
That's not funny. That's not funny to me.
No, I
want that company to go down so those people are free.
Yeah.
You want Aldi and Lidl to go down.
At the same
time, if they treat their workers like shit,
which
then
they
they
absolutely
need to have
do.
some sort of, they need to have some sort of.
I break it to you, Nordic. Most employers treat their workers like shit.
And but Aldi and Lidl treat them especially bad. So that needs to be said. Why isn't it going green? I mean, I'm in the bay. I'm in the zone. Let's go forward and try that again. Yeah, no. Lidl and Aldi do pay well, but only for the hours which you're working. They don't do overtime, and payment stops at, I think it's 11:30, not 10:30, as I said earlier. So that's why I said, right, it's 11:30. This is now my time. Fuck off. And that was it. That was it. And then like, "Oh, you're going to get a disciplinary." It's like, "Oh, I look forward to it." It's like that was it. But it was the thing, right? I thought, I'm going to lead by example. I'm like, look, this is exploitative working practices. You are doing slavery here, and you're willing participants in this slavery. I am handing in my 3-week notice, not a 2-week notice, and then I'm gone. You can do the same. Oh, but then where do I go?
It's not so easy for people that have got bills to pay, though, like their rent, their food shopping, all sorts of stuff like that.
Nordic, when I stopped working there, I still had bills to pay. But I found another way. And on that, let's end the